Hello, everyone. Welcome to MinusOneCHarisma, the second best Dungeons & Dragons stream
Ew.
on the internet. Welcome on this beautiful Tuesday evening, or night for some of you. Oh, God. I messed up. I always do this.
Wow.
Sound of Tuesday.
Sound of Tuesday.
Trust
I
is
do that.
juicing. Trust is still juicing.
Trust Tuesday!
What do you think? All right. Well, we're here for D&D. So, what you say? What you say? We play some D&D.
What you say?
All right. We'll be right back.
So it's
All right.
literally like 50 grams.
Like Kool-Aid situation?
The ocean ahead is bathed in sunlight as the now Waititi, formerly known as the Coco 3, glides through the water heading south to the ominous Caravella Town, the Darthwood beyond. With the high cliffs of Seashell Daye beyond view, the coast returns to a sandy beachhead separating sea from low-rolling green hills. And that is where we left off last time. I messed up again. I'll get this thing. I'll get this eventually. There we
Where
go.
are
There we
Always
go.
No, you won't.
blaming me. Look at you, man.
Yeah. You guys are on the high seas.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Sweet. Huzzah!
As the
Ahoy.
music
Ahoy?
depicts, we are gliding
Sailing?
across the ocean.
Oh.
What time
Everyone's
is it?
like,
Is it
oh, I feel it.
Here we are.
It's about a little after noon. You had,
Wait, so we didn't have a recap? Sorry, I'm like behind.
Oh, yeah.
I fucked up.
No, I fucked
wrote-
up. I fucked
No,
up.
I made a recap, but it was so dark. James was like, we can't air that. So I apologize.
It was a bit my fault.
Last week was pretty great.
When do we get that content? I want to hear that.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
be the cutscenes.
Sorry,
edition.
guys.
Yeah.
I'll be in the bonus material.
Director's
got,
edition.
Last
Commentary.
night, James was like,
Director's
did
cut.
someone do one? I was like, I'll do it. And this morning, I woke up, did it, and sent it to him, and he was like, hey, can we talk? And I was like, yeah, what about? He's like,
Well,
what the
how are
fuck
you
is the
feeling
matter
right
with you?
now?
Yeah.
I'll say this. It was written really well. I was just,
Always, yeah.
you know, we like to
too
get
dark.
dark on this channel, murdering children and such. So
We're
we'll
here
see.
for you,
Maybe
Cullen.
maybe
I didn't
someday
murder any
we'll
children.
we will
I murdered
exactly.
a grown lady.
Maybe we'll release it with some taglines,
Disclaimer.
some disclaimers and warnings. Yeah.
Some trigger warnings.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, I asked. I apologize.
Yeah. Do not
No,
watch
no.
if you have red hair.
You just
Yeah.
try to play a wholesome
name starts with D.
D&D game on the internet.
Oh,
Or-
he's just
Yeah.
really mean to me. Okay.
No.
It was just like 10 minutes of me just screaming about Daye the whole time. Not even the character, like
Just
actually
me.
Daye.
It was just different ways Dresden's gonna murder Trust. It was just, just several different ways.
No.
Planning it, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I say
look,
you can kill me
look.
now.
Dresden has a couple of days on the seas. At least according to Slug, it's going to take you at least 2 to 3 days to get to Caravella Town from Seashell Daye. Heading south, you have to head kind of out of the channel and back out through the to the wide ocean, and you have to head south over a peninsula.
Cool.
Over or
Um,
around?
Around a peninsula.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I just didn't
Yeah.
know what was expected.
Over a
of the boat.
peninsula would be tough. It would be really tough.
Guys, we're really
There's
gonna have to
actually
pick
a
up some
river
speed.
bridge.
Yeah. The Dutch made it.
Yeah. There's just a bunch of killer whales jumping bridges. and you just gotta hook up to one of those, and Willie will take you over to the other side.
That checks out.
do it.
Man.
Yeah.
How long do killer whales live? Willie's dead, isn't he?
Like 60-something years, I think it is.
The original one?
Wait, 60? Oh, there's a
I
chance.
could be making that up.
Yeah,
I think they
like-
live a long time.
Let's
though.
assume it's 60. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
Killer whales
And we
can
dive
live
back into the darkness.
anywhere
All right,
from
let's restart
10 to
here. So yeah,
45
we were on the
years.
boat.
Oh,
We're on the
10 to
boat.
45.
Headed
I was
to,
way off.
Yes, you're on the boat.
all right.
Cutting it close.
You're on the boat. I assume Kelwise, you're at the helm.
I am, and we need someone at the front of the boat to look out for rocks and large sticks and such.
I will do that. I'm on it.
Yeah.
All right, Rezik, front of the boat.
I'll help Rezik because
And you can't help but notice there's
I
a,
have
a
no
distinct,
skills.
There's a distinct lack. You guys, when you had first come, there was a shadow, a moving shadow up in the crow's nest, ever present, and now there's a lack of that energy coming from the area of the ship that Pup used to inhabit, and it's glaringly there. I guess that hole.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all miss Pup a lot. Obviously, miss Kate a lot. Miss you, Kate. And yeah, it's just very,
I
very
just
sad
miss
to
Pup.
see that pupless spot. Yeah, I'll keep observing. Who wants to help with the what was it called again? Like the
someone on the ropes.
the hands.
too
on
Not the
tiny.
ropes,
I'm
the lines.
I'm helping Rezik. Too small to help with ropes.
I do the same.
Put,
Watch this.
let's put Dresden and
flying
Fitz on
deckhand.
on the lines.
You're gonna put the guy
Fitz.
with one arm on the line.
I think he's up for it. He's been
He's just
feeling
gonna like pull, stomp,
fearless
pull,
recently.
Stomp.
Yeah, he's gonna be
Fitz
great at it.
Fitz is already at the front of the ship, fired up. You can tell he has a lot of nervous
Of course he
energy.
is.
Yeah.
Just he's been like yelling and screaming about saving Pup at any cost.
Yes, he's
for
been
about
ranting and raving.
a night and a day now.
Calm down. We're gonna get there. We have to get there first, though. We can't. We're doing our best. All right, so just take it easy.
And Fitz has this look on his eyes. He stands at the front of the ship, just staring off into the distance, and who knows what's going through his head. But something delusional, most likely.
All right, he is not going to be on deck doing
No.
any work. He needs to just be alone, I think. Have your brother help. He's just sitting
You
there
don't think
drinking.
that-
So
I feel like Fitz. He looks like he's gonna vibrate out of his skin right now. I think if he were just like pulling on some lines and making
He's-
sure I
get
think he
the
needs to
energy out.
expend that energy. Yeah, I
And
think.
he
Yeah.
kind of snaps out and he looks. Did I hear my name?
Yes, you did. Would you help Dresden? Would you take the lines on the port side of the ship? Make sure that they, they're nice
yes.
and secure,
Of
or
course.
pulled taut if needed.
Yes, if anything that will help us get to Caravella Town faster, I will absolutely help.
You need help,
Miss-
Fitz?
It's the other side, Fitz.
Do I look like I need help? Don't answer that question.
Well,
Here we go.
okay.
He's fine.
And he goes
He's
and
fine.
takes the line. And
Let him do his thing.
let's see.
well,
Fitz surprisingly agile. He did get a little bit of practice on the Edenbow's ship, that giant man of war. So maybe not the same scale, but he did get a little bit of experience on that, and he has come from Odgarad, so it seems like he's been watching, paying attention, and at least learning a little bit. Unlike your
Attaboy.
brother, who's actually passed out on the deck and just slides back and forth, just a little bit and a little bit. He's basically been waking up long
Yeah.
enough to get another bottle into him.
That sounds about right. We're gonna have to do something with him. I'll talk with Rezik about that later.
sure.
Might have to scare him straight.
That Cornelia could help with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Maybe the both of them.
I'll take his socks.
Turn him into something funny, Rezik. Like a primer hoof. Make him think he's turned into a primer hoof.
Well, I think he's already dreaming of primer hooves, probably. Let's let him just kind of sleep it off before I do anything bad to him.
I was thinking of making him think that we had left him somewhere in the water. Anyway,
God.
we'll talk about this later.
God. That's Doc.
It's an illusion. It's an illusion. It's fine.
Wait, we could tie a rope around his ankle and drag him behind the ship.
No. The thought crossed my mind,
Make him walk the plank.
but no.
It's just a prank, bro.
Do we have a plank? Does our boat have a plank?
You have a gangplank, yes.
Okay.
A small one, but
Nice.
yeah.
Can our ship be named It's Just a Plank, bro? No? Okay.
Next time.
Maybe next time.
I mean, I'm for it.
There'll be a chance.
Can we name the rowboat that at least? Our
Yes.
dinghy? Our tender?
Dinghy.
Okay.
Well, I'll just do helpful boat things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sweep the deck or something.
Someone's got to.
All right.
It's Dusty.
So Dresden and Fitz maintain the lines while Rezik, you're keeping watch.
Yeah.
And Kelwise, you head them out into the ocean, and it's a good 5 or 6 hours before you get out of that big channel and out into the wide ocean again. There's a little bit of a archipelago to the south with lots of small islands and one kind of big island with a very thick forest on it. But you head out past that, and then you start to head south down the Savage Coast. You head around, and once you get into the open ocean, the waves themselves change. You notice as you're holding the helm, Kelwise, you feel like the power of the waves in the water. Just the amount of energy bouncing back and forth here is 1,000 times stronger than it was in these little channels that seem to dampen it. And you just feel almost overwhelmed as you take in the feel of what you assume is the slipstream kind of moving underneath you in this kind of endless vastness that is the ocean. And night falls pretty quickly on you, and your first day on the ocean seems to pass by pretty quickly without any kind of alarm.
If I can, that night before bed, I would love to examine that bracelet we found on one of the beastmen that had I think it was like Thunderbolt type sigils on it.
Mm-hmm. What do you roll an Arcana check? What are you looking for exactly? You're just trying to examine it?
Yeah, I'm going to put it in front of me. I'm going to sit there for a while and kind of just really focus on it and try to examine the sigils, try to figure out what it might possibly do or be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because Erica Roddy had talked to you about it, right? A little bit?
Yeah, she mentioned the shattering, which is kind of like a big bang.
Yeah,
kind of
there was the Titan beasts that came out of the shattering.
Yeah.
And that's the first time she had noticed that kind of sigil. So,
Okay.
What'd you roll?
Actually, then if I'm just kind of sitting here, I'll perform detect magic on it before I do anything else.
Okay.
That way, it's just easier to know for sure if it's
So
magic.
you cast detect magic, and it seems like this is just. It seems like the bracelet itself is not magical, but you do get wisps of a lingering, almost like a shadow. You know that magic can leave a lasting touch that's maybe not even visible in this realm. It might not even be in this realm. Maybe a dual plane, something like an astral plane of sorts. But it does, every time you cast magic, a bit of that essence can envelop something or stick to it, like a piece of tape that even when you pull it off, a little bit of the leftover remnants is there. So sorry, my phone is like blowing up right now.
That's me. Check it.
So
Popular.
I know, right? It's work.
This is mom.
It's a work stupid group that I didn't want to be in.
Now they all know.
Oh no.
No,
The whole world knows.
they don't have to
The
watch
whole
it.
world knows.
They don't watch.
And so you get that lingering feeling from this, and you see that the pieces of magical essence. Now, you can kind of play with those if you'd like to decipher what the essence is, or feel it a little bit, but you don't know what this essence is. It's not necessarily in this, but it is around it, as if it was touched by it, you know?
Okay, then yeah. I think we'll push a little further if we have time tonight, and I'm just gonna go ahead and like put it on and try to just kind of mess with it, kind of examine it and do some like, a little bit of tests or experiments with it.
Roll a wisdom save.
Oh. Okay. That would be an 18.
An 18. So you get a whole as you touch this. Normally, if you weren't aware of this magic essence, it probably would just flow right through you, as it's kind of, as I said, it's on its own plane. But because you cast detect magic, your senses are open almost to a sixth sense of sorts, and you touch this thing, and you these emotions kind of fill you. A little bit of terror or confusion, something in between there, and pain. Not physical pain, but emotional pain, like a longing, or like a confused longing for something to be whole, or an emptiness eternally. And that's kind of what you get off of it. And then those wisps, as you touch the residual energy that magic touch had encompassed, kind of just flows away. And
Gotcha.
it was almost too quick for you to kind of sort out, but you used your mind to kind of steady itself and then process those feelings and emotions that ran through you. And that's what you did.
Yeah, and were those feelings that were emanating, was that coming from the bracelet itself, or kind of like from somewhere far away?
No, it seemed like it was coming from whatever touched that bracelet. Something touched that bracelet, and you don't know how recent it was. Sometimes you've at least read that those magical wisps can stay with an item thousands of years. And sometimes they grow, and they can be they're very unpredictable too. It's a lot of the cursed magic you've read about is kind of like these touched magic beings and items that get corrupted somehow in like an astral plane or sorts. Okay.
All right, yeah, I'll take it off immediately then, and I'll just kind of make sure it's safely stored away in my backpack. And then I'll go to bed. I'm gonna go ahead and just read Camden and Eva a book before bed, and I'm gonna go pass out after that.
Okay. What book are you reading to Camden and Eva?
I'm just gonna tell them an old story about a witch.
101.
What was it?
I'll tell them. I don't have a book. I'm gonna tell them an old story about a witch that I remember from a book. And the story was, it was a book called Wicked Whispers. And the story was about a witch who turned a young boy into candy.
Candy.
And the town ate her.
Yeah. And this story...
It's a story about a candy boy?
As most stories come, you know that there's a small peninsula forest right outside of Capital City, just to the west. And it's called it's on that, you guys remember there was that gray coast, the Greywood Beach, with all those tangles, and there's a forest called the Absinthe Forest that has thousands and thousands of stories about witches and ghosts, and it's got this thick mist that always kind of envelops it, and people get lost. And so this witch story you tell about a boy who wanders into the Absinthe Forest, and he doesn't walk more than 50 feet in and turns around to leave, and the exit's already gone. And he can't find his way out and just wanders and wanders until he finds this witch's house. And the witch invites him in, fattens him up, and then sends him home. But he never quite makes it. And so this boy now wanders endlessly trying to get home and is just uncomfortably rotund and has all these snacks in him that weigh him down and make every step.
Yeah. The real curse is diabetes.
It's a tale
Yeah.
of too many snacks.
Tale of too many snacks.
A
It
tale
really
of
is.
too many snacks.
A tale of two Twinkies.
Yeah. And this is especially...
The wide fellow.
Oh god.
Oh my God.
Boy.
Well, and this story
Freaking
has a big effect on Eva, who you notice is starting to check her reflection out in the water more often and ask Trust and Cornelia. She's becoming a little bit more aware of herself and other people, and so she seems to be a little bit more self-conscious. So the story about eating every snack in sight and then wandering a forest for the rest of your life scares her a little bit. Camden, does his thing. He's
Yeah.
there. He enjoys the sound of your voice. It has a nice cadence to it. But, he doesn't seem to really grasp the full concept of it. What are the rest of you doing tonight?
I would can I check out my pin? Has it been affected at all by my second soul?
It doesn't seem like your brooch has changed at all.
Okay.
Seems to be pretty content with you, and every time you begin to play or perform, it seems to really take elation from your performances.
Cool.
What are the rest of you doing?
I was going to, with the silk cape that I have from the board short,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to check a couple of things. First, if it was waterproof, if it'll hold water, and if any leaks out, if it's like that tight of a thread. And I wanted to see if I can still feel the wind entity, or if that was still around, or
Okay, roll it. Well, first off, so you take this cloak, and you're holding it, and it's so light. It almost feels like it's not even there. But yet it's very, very tough. The fibers of this silk weave are incredibly tough. And so you hold it in your hands and you pour just a little bit of water, and the cape immediately gets really tight and shrinks quite a bit.
Oh.
And you notice it holds water very well, but also it completely, basically becomes useless the second it gets a
Wet.
certain amount of water on it.
Saturated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And as you do that, Taika looks at you, and the second you put water on it, he just starts laughing, rolling on the ground, pointing at you, just laughing at your face. Can't control himself. He thinks it's the funniest thing he's ever seen in his life.
Uh-oh.
And the way he
Gonna
laughs,
splash water on him.
it's totally at your expense.
I'm gonna splash water on him, and then
Splash water on him, and he jumps up and gives you a look like, I'm prepared, and he shakes his board shorts at you.
All right, and then do I feel the wind?
Roll an Arcana check.
Anything? Bobby dice.
Hey!
13.
A 13. So you reach out your mage hand You pull it out into the air and you start waving it around, trying to feel the air. And the currents move pretty steadily here. You kind of grasp all around and you don't notice any anomalies. Nothing like what was happening in Wildling Isle. Everything here seems to be pretty tame and it moves as you would assume it would. And every once in a while it changes direction, but it seems uniform. Because on Wildling Isle there were strange torrents that would move in unpredictable ways, and even counter currents that would sometimes just blow over other things, so it was a lot more dangerous to use the capes. But out here it might be easier, you assume, although the currents here are much stronger.
Can I control that at all, like to help push a sail
so
a little faster or something?
Do you take your mage hand that is made of what you assume is just pure air or energy or some kind of mix between magic and space, and you kind of push against the sail, and it's tough because you roll another Arcana check. Oh, actually, sleight of hand. Roll a sleight of hand.
Okay. Mummy does. Oh. A 22?
22. Your mage hand is capable of, as if like taking your lungs in and blowing a breath of air. It's not something that is sustainable, but you are able to, with like a push almost, like in your mind you assume your hand is pushing air forward like in a straight line, so you get a couple bursts where you can see the sail itself move in an appreciable way, but it's not nearly enough to keep a sail going or change its trajectory over the long term. It's very short-lived.
Okay.
Because you had practiced doing that with the cape on and just giving yourself a little gust of wind, but nothing that could, propel a boat of this size.
Cool. I had to try. All right, I'm just going to finish up right before I go to bed, just teaching Taika a couple of things, like try to do more sign language or whatever. So.
Okay. Roll a d20.
4.
Ooh, yeah.
Not so good.
You start trying to teach him the sign language, and he spends the entire time trying to splash you with water. Just running around like a psycho, almost. Just in that psycho way only like young children can be. He just runs around the room with water like it's the most important thing, and before you know it, within seconds, just falls onto the ground snoring. Just completely tuckered out.
Cool. I'll go to bed too. I assume it's nighttime, right? We going to bed?
Yeah, and Kelwise, who are you leaving in charge of the night watch?
I was going to poll everyone and see if we wanted to have a night watch and keep going, or just anchor and leave it till the morning.
Can we anchor this far out?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering that as well.
Yeah,
that was question number 2.
As you kind of came out, yeah.
Yeah, but can I hold us in place if I'm sleeping?
I mean, there's one way to find out.
But I will say we probably should keep going because Pup is, we need to get Pup back, right?
I agree, yeah.
Okay. Who wants night watch?
I'll do it.
I can, yeah.
Or a watch. I'll take a watch.
I mean, you have Slug, Eric Karate, Anders, well, half of Ander, and no, Taika's sleeping, and Fitz as well, who could at least fill some of these positions.
I'd like to take watch with Air Karate. I don't like doing it by myself. I like having 4 pairs of eyes.
Okay.
I see.
There we go for watch. Let's make Slug sail the ship. Let's make him take the
night
making
watch.
Him work.
Okay.
Right.
And he looks up at you, and you're like, "All right, Slug, you're gonna be steering this thing." And he goes, "Yeah, all right, Captain. I'll steer this ship. I won't do you wrong."
Why
You ain't gonna regret trusting
They
me.
always make it weird.
Why are you saying it
ain't
that
gonna
way?
regret it.
I
Look, I ain't never been at the helm before, but I watched it all my life. I've spent my entire life waiting for a captain to look me in the eyes and see what I see in me and have me hold the helm of a moving vessel.
I'll stay up with him.
can I
It
Can
will
I,
be a sight to be seen.
I just want to give him a little quiz, make sure he's capable first of all. Like I seem very not reassured after that speech. Like if he, can he turn the boat? Does he know what he's doing? Is he an insane person?
You want me
Questions
to
to
turn
be
the
answered.
boat?
Yeah, just okay. For RP in this, just give me a little rundown. Show me what you know, and let's just make sure we're all on the same page about what direction we're heading in and how fast.
We're heading south.
Yeah.
Right? There's a southwesterly wind, so we're gonna continue on this heading. You turn it this way to go left. You turn it this way to go right.
Yeah.
And if we need to head in east, well, we're gonna have to tack the boat, ain't we?
Yeah. Yes. Unless the wind changes.
Hell
And,
yeah,
uh,
unless the wind changes, but I don't think that's gonna be happening. Not this time of year.
Okay. Well, like you said,
Knows
been
more than
waiting
me.
you've been waiting your whole life to do this. We're gonna put considerable amount of faith into you, and hopefully you do us right.
All right.
I've got confidence. You got a crazy eye.
Nah, I got two crazy eyes.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
worrisome.
No, but crazy's good, because the sea, she insane, just like me. Two peas in a pod. We get along great.
All right,
Yeah,
mate, just
yeah,
stop
yeah.
talking slow. Just
All right.
like
all
we
right.
got it. We got it. Yeah.
Don't
You
get your
can handle
britches
it.
in a bunch just because you can't hold the helm. Look, jealous already, eh? And he kind of he walks up to the helm and just holds it in his hands. And you see for a moment, maybe in the first time of your life, you see pure joy and vindication just mixed into one. A man that knew he was born to sail, holding
unleashed a monster.
the helm of a ship, eyes crazed with power.
Jeez. It's one night. Yeah.
Well.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got
Okay.
Trust, Cornelia, Eric Karate, and Slug taking the night shift. All right. Great.
Good luck, everyone. As always, if something goes terribly wrong, wake us all up so we
No,
can all
you don't
die
got-
together.
You don't gotta worry about that. You don't gotta worry about that. I'll take nice care of her.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Cornelia, keep an eye on him. Thanks. All right. Good night,
Yeah.
everyone.
No,
Tell us
right.
heads down
I want to
to bed.
slap Ander on the way to bed.
Okay, yeah. And you slap him and he Okay, Wise.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to keep walking.
He kind of starts looking around. Like he doesn't know what happened. It's nighttime, so I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you guys I'll see you guys in the morning. Sound good? Alright, Captain. Hits Slug on the shoulder and kind of walks down below decks. Dresden, what are you doing during all this?
All I really wanted to accomplish was climb up into the crow's nest and bring that talking cloak. Talk to that guy for a bit. See what he's up
Okay. Yeah, so you climb up into the
to. Been a
crow's
while.
nest.
Oh no.
And you throw on the cloak, and instantly, whoa. Did these shoulders get broader? I think they did. Wow. Wow. If I could, I would massage these babies all day long. These are prime A-grade shoulder beef meat.
So you can feel.
It's more of like an intuitive sense. Not really a
So-
feel per se, but I get
So
the
by, like-
general outline of the being I am accompanied with.
All right, I'm just asking because burning you would be useless then if you can't feel.
No, burning would be awful. Would be terrible. Would be absolutely awful. Yeah, no, that would hurt like 1,000 suns being poured into my eyes,
All right,
and then
just-
being
just
healed
checking.
over and then poured back into my eyes. 1,000 suns. Can you imagine?
You know, I got a
1,000
friend that could
suns?
relate. You know.
God.
Yeah. So how have you been? Been a while.
I mean, I've been great. I've been great. I've been following you around, and this has probably been the most fantastic time I can remember in my entire life.
Can you remember any other time?
No, not at all. That does not withhold how much excitement I've been having though, with you guys on this trip. I mean, you guys fought that thing, and then it did something. I heard from a distance you guys did something else. You were fighting some other thing that did something, and now you're on a boat.
So you can hear when
Vaguely,
You're
you know,
not
I can
on
reach
someone?
out. I can reach out. I got my friendship tendrils. I just kind of poke out, come out of your bag, just to say hello, just a little bit, you know.
Wow. Okay.
I'm feeling a little bit of tension. I'm feeling a little bit of stress. Maybe we need to let's just Dresden, tell me something about yourself, something you've told no one, and I'll tell you a secret about myself. Let's do some trust building exercises. Not that trust. I know I heard about some kind of soul being sucked out. Wow. Not that kind of trust. I mean like
You-
friendship
You
exercises.
do have good ears.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of like one soul being ripped horrendously from someone else's body. I felt all that energy just being blended up, you know? It was like one complete thing. It's like taking a rock, smashing it with a hammer, and then collecting all the pieces and then grinding those up into a paste, and then putting some water into it just to mix it around a little bit more, drying it up, and then shooting it into, you said it, 1,000 suns.
Okay. All right.
And then taking the power of those suns and then keeping it inside yourself to, you know, do who knows what.
Yeah,
with.
no. Yeah.
Right?
Good,
Yeah.
good things, I'm sure. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you anything about me right now, I don't think, but why don't you start? Let's
All right.
Just-
Well,
do you even know anything about yourself?
I really like parrots.
Parrots or parents?
Yeah, parrots.
Parrots. The birds,
Parents.
not
I wouldn't
not
know.
adults
I wouldn't
that
know
have
about
children.
parents. But
Okay.
parrots. I was on a boat once, I think, with a guy. I think might have been a gal, probably a guy. No, yeah, it was a guy, and he had a parrot that would sit on top of me. So, parrot to man to cape. It was a fabulous experience. You know,
Well,
I
just-
could
it's a
actually
Cape sandwich.
talk to the parrot, and every once in a while, maybe once in a blue moon, the parrot would actually be able to regurgitate my thoughts. So it was like I was speaking into the world. It was quite a interesting proposition, you know? It was very, very freeing to be able to communicate in that way. You know?
All right, well,
Something,
okay,
we're
yeah.
just all looking for connections. It doesn't matter if it's a bird or a person or a clown.
Just had to check in. I'll just sit on it for a bit. It's a little more comfortable that way, probably.
Yeah, and you can kind of hear through your bones.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. All right. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to accomplish. See what he's
Okay.
up to. Make sure he's still in there, living his
He's,
best life.
Undoubtedly still in there.
Yeah. Cool. And then I'll just pass out whenever.
Okay, so you guys pass out, those of you not staying up. Cornelia, give me a perception check.
8.
An 8. You keep your eyes on Slug, and he is stiff as a board. He takes this very seriously, and he is not going to steer this boat off course. In fact, he might not steer this boat in any direction as he just holds the thing firm. Trust, you and Erikarati, as the night starts to get really dark as the moon goes off around the horizon. You guys keep watch. Where are you keeping watch from?
The boat?
Yeah, are you in the front of the boat, the back of the boat? Are you going to go up to the crow's nest where Dresden was?
Isn't he asleep in the crow's nest? Or did he come down?
He came down,
okay.
I assumed.
Yeah, I would fall out for sure. That'd be terrible.
I'll like to go up in the crow's nest and maybe Eric Karate can like kind of switch back and forth from bow and stern.
Okay.
Or just like kind of like circling around the boat.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, perception. Oh, it is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice.
Gross.
The night goes on, and about 3 hours, you start to see something on the horizon approaching quickly. These dark clouds, and you see a pretty hard mist of rain, and in the very, very far distance, you see some big waves coming up and down, and you guys are heading straight for it. And it's not huge, but it is coming straight for you, and you can see that you're heading further out into the ocean or further closer to land would probably be your best bet. But again, one would take you pretty far out into the ocean. The other one, you'd be skirting along the land. And you know from your first excursion, while Dresden was driving, boats can and will go smashing into the land if not properly handled.
I'm gonna go wake up Kelwise.
Okay.
Because he can manipulate water.
Kelwise, Trust wakes you up.
Oi, Kelwise! Kelwise, we're heading right towards the storm, and we either need to go out into the sea or closer to land, and I don't like either option, and I wondered if you could, part the rain or, quell waves so we don't have to change course at all. But if we do, I figured that should be your decision, sir, Captain, sir.
Ooh, wow. I wish I could do those things. I could try. But let's go up on to the deck and let's take a look at the storm. Let's see what's going on first.
Right.
Would I even be able to see it? It's dark. I don't have dark vision.
Yeah, I mean,
The
stars are out. I mean, you can definitely see where the stars just kind of disappear and there's giant dark clouds coming towards you. There's enough stars in the sky that you can notice a major difference. And the moon isn't completely down, so there's still a little bit of light.
They're like lightning. Do we see lightning?
There's no lightning. It just seems like a lot of rain, a lot of very heavy rain. And you gotta go up on deck, and you see Slug with this crazed look on his face.
How you doing, Slug?
Oi, Captain. We're gonna go straight, and we're gonna conquer this. Ain't no rain, no big waves gonna stop me. No, sorry, Captain, I'll do you proud.
Okay, but what if we don't have to? I mean, it seems like we might be able to go around it. I don't think we need to go through the middle.
Yeah,
Might
but how
put
we
the
gonna
ship in
test
unnecessary
our
harm, everyone in
metal
danger.
against the ocean? One little storm beats us? Oh, I don't think so.
How's the hole in the side of the boat doing? The patched hole? Is it looking strong? Is it looking firm?
Seems strong. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean,
And
I
from what
think
you
we're
know-
gonna.
If you go in there towards land, there's the chance that you could hit something or run up on a sandbar, right?
Yeah.
If you go out, way out into the ocean, you know that because of the southwesterly wind, you might lose a day going around. And then there's always the option that you could try and just go straight on through and just forget either one and just take the big waves. You know, your boat's a little, you know, you have a little bit of
There's
questions
a hole in it.
Yeah,
got
about whether that's going to hold. So
let's not sugarcoat it. I'm more inclined toward taking the route next to the shore and taking it slow and trying to feel out, because I could theoretically, I would presume, feel the currents flowing around sandbars, I would presume. And
sure?
at the very worst, I could anchor us in a spot so we don't hit something if something is to come up. I mean, I don't know if it's the best idea, but I don't really want to take a chance with the storm. We do have a hole in the boat.
You
It's just
sure?
fixed.
You sure,
And losing
Captain?
a day seems like a bad... I don't know, Slug. I'm not sure.
I'm more keen to
I'm
go
just trying to
straight
make
on
decisions.
through. Like our
Oi!
ancestors before
Oi,
us.
Slug! He's the
Captain?
captain.
Yep.
Respect, Slug.
Oh, look, little
Decisions
one.
made.
I respect the captain's decision. I'm just trying to offer my advice in
He
this
heard it. He heard it.
situation. All right?
And I want to give him one of my growls.
Okay, we're heading south.
kind of, oh, as you growl at him.
To anyone who does not remember, it goes like this.
Yeah, and he kind of backs away a little bit. Looks at you, Cornelia.
You're one of us now. Slug.
She don't bite, does she?
Wash it and I might.
It's not so much a bite.
He kind of takes another step back.
Okay, so we're heading south, right?
You're heading south. Correct.
Okay. Storm is south of us, directly south of us.
Storm is heading northward bound.
Wind is blowing northward then. Straight north. We're heading
Well,
straight into the wind right now.
The storm is heading north.
And the wind
It's-
is blowing what direction?
It's strange. You notice for the first time. You don't know. You actually do notice for the first time this storm is moving almost on its own accord, and you notice it's pretty small.
Oh.
Like
Okay.
someone's
surprisingly
controlling
small.
it.
Yeah.
Like
that sounds even creepier.
you know that
Unusual.
storms are usually miles and miles and miles long. This storm is
Yeah.
maybe only a couple miles wide, and it's heading up north pretty quickly. And there's just a bunch of wind.
We're going
It's
south
only
and
a-
it's coming north. That's what you're saying.
So
Yeah.
if it's only a couple miles wide, then we wouldn't lose an entire day going around it if we can move 70 miles in a day. So then I'm inclined to say let's go around it, if at all
Yeah.
possible.
Roll an intelligence check for me.
Are we on the coast?
What?
Does it matter?
No, you're not on the coast. You're on the boat.
Wow.
We're near the coast.
You're miles and miles around away from the coast.
I'm looking at a coast. Oh, that's not going to work. Intelligence, you said. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a 3.
Okay. Yeah. You start to ponder over all the 2 books you've read, and
Drawing
nothing has
3.
really prepared you for this.
Great. Yeah, I mean, nothing I think would prepare me at all for a storm that's only a few miles wide and looks menacing and is heading right toward us. That sounds peculiar, to say the least. I have seen storms before. So, yeah, I don't know. I say let's go around it. Let's head out to the open ocean. Let's try to go around it if it seems like things are going wrong. And again, what way is the wind blowing?
The wind is still blowing southwest, and
Okay,
yet the storm
blowing
seems to be
southwest.
moving towards you.
North. Yeah.
Storm is
Okay.
moving independently. So
Yeah, well, let's try to swing around it. We know we have at least one more day of sailing, if not more, 1.5 days of sailing to get to Caravella Town. So, crew, we're gonna see how this goes. All of you who are awake, and I don't know. Wish us luck.
Guess
Okay,
we'll see if it
so you
follows us.
start to tack towards the
Starboard.
west. Yeah, starboard side. And you notice this wind, it's the storm. The clouds themselves are almost spinning. While moving towards you, they're almost spinning on like an axis. And you start to move out west, and you notice the storm starts to move west.
Oh
towards
no!
you, almost as if it has a mind of its own.
No!
Yeah. I was afraid of that.
We set up a distraction. Maybe, hey Rezik, maybe make it look like we have a boat.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah! Make a copy of our boat and make it go the other way! That's
a
smart,
pretty good
Cornelia!
idea.
decoy,
Decoy boat! Oh, he's asleep! Cornelia, wake him up!
I will. I'm gonna go and pour water on his face. Rezik, you're needed. Come quick.
Is the boat still up? Are we sinking?
Almost.
Oh,
Almost.
Come quick.
what's happening? Oh,
Follow.
okay.
I'm gonna run up.
Stop running out there. What's going on?
All right. Go, Wise.
Why are you wet?
I don't know. Are we sinking?
No.
Oh,
Cornelia, what'd you do? You were just supposed to wake him up.
Well, he's a sound sleeper, you know.
So you, you threw water at him?
It's very important. Why are you?
Okay. That aside. Okay, so Rezik, we have a bit of a problem. Look that direction. Do you see the dark miasma in the sky? The thing looks like a cyclone rainstorm.
approaching, like a storm. We should just maybe just move around that, I guess, huh?
Yeah, that's what we were thinking. And so we started to tack west, and we think the storm might be following us. As in,
I'd be
yeah,
upset
I know.
if it
Yeah.
can't follow us.
That's what we thought. But I think it might be.
Oh, you're for
real.
real. Okay, all right.
For real.
Get it together,
it
Rezik.
might
We wouldn't
actually
wake you up for a joke.
Anyway,
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean, knowing you lot.
It wasn't just me.
Well, should we just, I guess, maybe just go to land and be on land for a while and see if maybe it passes by?
We're kind of in a hurry, Rezik.
Well, I mean, if it's following us, we can't really do anything on water.
So, Rezik, here's what Cornelia was thinking. Why don't you cast an
Right.
illusion of a copy of our ship and make it go the other way, and maybe it'll follow the other ship?
Well, I can only do it so far. It's about, my extent is about 60 feet. So probably not far enough to really be able to trick it, unfortunately. We could try, but I don't know. Might not work.
Yeah, 60 feet. Maybe not far enough away. The storm looks like it's a couple miles wide, maybe.
You're gonna have to sacrifice yourself, Rezik.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go off on the
Go
dinghy
up
and
on
just.
a dinghy. Yep.
No. Stay off
No.
the dinghy.
Okay. All right.
Let's think about this for a minute. Okay, so if we were to head back toward land, we can anchor the boat, which isn't a problem. But if we're still a boat in a storm, we're still going to get knocked around and ravaged, and that might be even worse if we're closer to land. If we're out in the ocean, we might at least not get knocked into a sandbar or rocks, or directly into the shore.
If it's a magical storm, it might be really bad to go near it. It might be like
If it's a magical
extra
storm, then
potent.
we might not have any choice. It might be coming for
True.
us no matter what. I mean, it's moving against the wind already. But who's ever heard of a magical? Have you ever heard of a magical storm, Rezik?
Have I? I don't think I have. but
Roll
have
an
I?
intelligence. Roll a history check.
In all my readings? Okay.
Should we just try to anchor ourselves,
nat
put
20.
the sails down? Ooh.
Oh,
Is it intelligence? Check.
yeah. History check.
Intelligence. Oh, history,
History.
check. Sorry.
Skills check.
So 27.
Ooh, 27.
Nope,
Rezik,
never heard of
you
it.
sit and you stare at this thing, and you hear and then he points at it, and you instantly you're like, you know what? I have read a book about this once. There's these rare things called stormlings.
no.
And
Oh,
you've
no.
heard about them. And while they're not necessarily dangerous. They have been known to cause a ton of damage in history to ships. Now, you don't know a ton about them. Most people and the lings of the world tend to stay pretty separate, as you see, for good reason. But there are a few accounts of these things being either killed by cannon fire or arrows and such, or like an onboard ballista or a catapult, and you've heard of taking care of it that way. But other than that, most people tend to just steer clear of them, even though these storms kind of move around and pester ships kind of indiscriminately.
Well, we are dealing with some more lings. We're dealing with some stormlings this time. Unfortunately, they're known to be rather destructive. But most of the lings we've come across are nice to us. Maybe we can take a chance, go through it, be nice, give it an offering, or
Can
just
he
go
talk
around.
to him? Does he? Can he communicate?
Yeah,
And that's when you
can
guys
help
see
communicate?
this huge clap of lightning come out of the middle of the storm.
Oh my.
That's new.
Are
And,
are they just here for destruction or territorial? Why are they after us? Do you know, Rezik?
It sounds a little territorial. Some try to fight them. I recommend we don't do that.
Well, you've
don't
nothing to fight
them
him with.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm gonna go
spells
wake
and
up
arrows, but-
Dresden. I'm gonna go.
And then another clap
What's he gonna do? Throw a giant axe at a storm?
Well,
comes
he's
down.
gonna go
And-
down. I want him to go down awake. You know, none of this peaceful.
and some of you hear off in the distance, almost
Dying in
echoing.
his sleep.
You hear echoing over the water, just this low tone, this ah.
Oh no.
Okay. Hard to starboard. We're running away from this. We have to run away
Okay.
from it.
You guys hard to starboard. You're heading straight out into the ocean at this point. And this thing,
Yeah.
it seems to have just locked on with you. And you manage to move. You're moving at similar paces now that it's kind of just like you were heading south. And then you cut out to the
Yeah.
ocean a little bit, and it kind of went near, and then you guys kind of went near, and now it's just following you, and it's catching up to you ever so slightly. The wind not completely at your back.
okay.
And Taika kind of standing at the edge,
Yeah, I'm
jumping
watching
up and
Taika.
down. He's like kind of going ballistic.
Is he
with
excited or is he
anticipation.
scared?
It's hard to tell. He seems just kind of energized, super energized.
I'm gonna go to him and try and communicate and just try and be like, should we run away from the big boom boom, or can you talk with the big boom boom?
Good luck.
Oh. I point and I'm like, that caca, yeah? That caca, ha, or caca, whoa.
You woke me up for
Yeah.
Thanks,
Isn't it
Cornelia.
amazing? Look at what all you've
And-
learned. Give me a thumbs up.
Roll an insight check. Roll an insight check. Joe.
I'm just like baffled. Oh,
Look at all these
that
learnings.
is 11.
In 11. It's hard to tell if it's just nervous energy or positive energy. It's just he's a big bundle of something right now. Staring off. It doesn't seem like he's scared, at least, but he does seem
Right.
maybe nervous. It's hard to tell.
Okay, because your impression of him looked very happy, and I feel like I'm being misled.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does, and he goes to each member on the boat. Like he runs straight up to Rezik. Why?
Yeah.
Why? And Rezik, when you look at him, And he runs off to the next person and does the same thing over and over and over again. Just in case you guys didn't know that there was lightning.
I think we might die if we go in there.
Oh, this could be also the password. It's just like, caca! And they are like, oh yeah, go through. You're fine. Yeah.
Slug! Oi, Slug! You know everything about sailing in the sea? Do you know about these stormlings?
Look, all right.
No, a yes or a no?
No.
Great. Moving on.
Do we have any more sails?
We do.
You did
You
get a
wanna
spare
spread 'em?
sail and a spar, yeah.
Yeah. If we have the room to connect another sail, let's do that. And I was also going to say, I don't know if I need to put my arm in the water to do this, but I wanted to see if I could feel like the slipstream in the water and see if maybe I could find a pathway to take that would let us go faster.
Yeah.
Or at least slip through the water a little bit easier.
Roll a survival check.
Okay.
You focus on that. Dresden and I will worry about the extra sail or whatever you called it. Let's yep. I'm down.
18.
18. Something's weird in the water.
Of course.
It's the currents are all moving, but you do feel something upsetting the current, almost as if the water is moving in a direction that you're not used to. It seems out of place as the water is almost moving up into the air. And when you look, that storm is getting closer, a little bit closer. You look and you notice that the rain isn't just falling down. The ocean itself is raining up into the clouds a little bit. As you see another lightning strike down, and Taika, just in case you guys didn't know, yes, gives you all.
Is it the cape with the water? Is it back to normal now, or is it still all shrunken, tiny, and full of water?
Cornelia, what did you do with the cape?
I would have put it back on if it went back to the size. I've been wearing it.
You were messing with it, and it never really dried, but then you could wring it out, and when you started wringing it out, the water just kind of oozed out of it pretty quickly and easily.
So it's a chamois.
Yeah, very much like a chamois, yeah.
Do you have idea with it?
No, I was gonna say, like, if it's going up, it could like ride up, but then it would get wet, and then it would shrink, and then it would be useless.
Hey, Daye, can you try doing whatever it is?
Thaumaturgy?
Yeah, that one. And try making it louder than, I don't know, try scaring them. Like if they're so loud.
Oh, if they're anything like this guy. All right. Okay.
Dresden and Rezik, both roll me just roll me d20s.
Rezik, could you make an illusion of a storm above us, and then I can create thunder noises, and maybe they'll think that we's a storm too, and they'll leave us alone?
I thought about that. I think they just be like, "Oh, little buddy," and then try to like make us part of the group. You know, I'm a little worried about that. I did think of maybe like having a mirage of like just kind of open ocean behind, like in front of us. But I don't know how big our boat is. How big is our boat again?
60 feet.
I
I think you said
It's pretty
60 by
big.
20,
have this
right?
information.
Yeah,
Then,
about
I
60
can't.
by
20-foot beam, 60-foot length.
Yeah.
What,
60 by 20.
It's
Damn.
all right. Yeah. So I got a 13 for the sail.
Yeah, so you and Dresden start laying this thing out, and it's going to take a significant amount of time to do it right. But you guys begin setting up how to do that and what that might entail, but it's going to take you anywhere from 20 minutes to like a half hour to get the sails lined up and the tide.
And
just
Slug
because the
help 'em?
wind itself is not great.
Yeah,
Slug
that's
can help.
true.
And I'll take over the helm.
Slug goes to help, and he's not a great help, but he goes to help nonetheless. And
That's all you can ask for.
yeah,
I mean,
And
if I'm
Eric
not doing
Karate
anything,
comes
I'll
up to
help.
Eric
That's
Karate
fine.
too stands and puts her hand on your shoulder, Kelwise. I've only run into one of these things once or twice in my day, but
Oh,
if I could lend any guidance.
guidance would be appreciated. We're trying to guide ourselves away from it as fast as possible.
Well, as you know, like Taika here, they tend to be very playful, though
Uh-huh.
powerful and destructive. So therefore, maybe not someone to be feared, but a power to be feared. I don't know how this helps, but I don't think it means us any harm, though it may do us harm, if that makes sense.
So we
So a way to placate
Oh no, I
it,
wouldn't have heard
or,
that.
I don't know.
What? How?
Catch
how
its
would
interest, maybe.
you? Uh huh.
I
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know how you would catch its interest, but if there was a way to
Well,
catch its
Taika
it's
interest,
interested in us. We're a boat moving across the water. Maybe it would be interested in something else similar. Something maybe, I don't know.
possibly. Maybe you
Maybe
can
do
try
trust
something.
plan then of us looking like a whirlwind or like a little storm.
Well, would that be a distraction though, or would that just draw its attention more toward us? I think we need something
our
that.
attention.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we need something somewhere else.
And you
to
guys hear
distract it.
now, pretty loud echoing over the water.
So we need something to distract it.
Right. So,
I would
Cornelia.
like. Oh, can I make that sound back at it? How do we play with a giant storm of tigers? If I
And-
make a ho back at it, maybe it will think we're
Yeah.
playing and
Alright,
like keep a distance.
so we're gonna go for plan, little buddy, or are we trying to run away still?
Cornelia,
How's the sail coming?
I think it slowly, very slowly.
About a half an hour probably to do this. So,
Yeah, I would
Okay.
say let's try some
Okay.
other options in that half an hour before we get engulfed. by
Cornelia.
the storm.
Mm-hmm.
What's the thinnest line we have? Do we have a thin line, like pencil thin, like paracord, something like that? DM, who's furiously reading.
Well, I
with
thought
his
you said
slack face.
Cornelia. I thought you said Cornelia. Sorry.
Well, I
And then
did.
it was Dim.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cowwise has
Which does-
fishing line.
That's true.
Mm.
It's not. I don't think strong enough. Okay. Well.
Is it like 50-pound fishing line? What kind of fishing line is it?
Yeah. What kind is it? Steel braided? What do you got?
Steel braided. It's
Can I-
pretty
can I
sturdy.
catch a tuna?
It's sturdy fishing line. What do you want to do?
30.
What's your
Yeah.
plan? And I'll tell you whether it can.
If I were to tie it to Taika, put Taika's cape on Taika, and throw Taika into the wind, would it hold him?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Taika's very, very light. Taika's maybe 15 pounds. He's tiny.
Oh yeah.
Just thinking, if we fly a Taika kite, it might be.
I mean,
might kill him.
it's a cute image, but I don't know how I'll react to being thrown into just hurled into the air and tied to a rope.
I think Taika would love it. I just don't know how the thing. If we have to be
Thing
playful,
would
with it,
react,
what's
yeah.
more playful than Taika on a string?
Are we trying to
true.
be playful with it so it stays, or so it eventually falls asleep? Maybe it'll fall asleep
I
quickly.
don't think it's gonna fall
I don't-
asleep. I think we just have to
Like
not
Taika.
have it
Yeah.
kill us.
It sounds like Akarate saying we need to placate it. So yes, we need to be very playful. So either do the Taika, or sorry, Taika kites, or do the
Taika
little
kite.
buddy. What do you want to do? Tai kite, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Tai kite or little buddy.
Well, I mean, what is a way that we could amuse it without it accidentally smashing us best?
Taika likes music.
Yeah, can you play music maybe?
Sea shanty.
If I play music, Rezik, do you have a way to amplify it?
I could try.
Because
Yeah.
I can only instantaneously do it, which. Well, for 1 minute, my voice can boom up to 3 times as loud. I guess I could sing
Oh, wow.
for a minute and just
Yeah.
keep doing that over and over again.
Oi, 3
Not
times
bad.
as loud. That'd be deafening, judging as you yell pretty loud already.
That's the point, Slug. We want the big cloud of death to hear it.
All right, so how about we do
Blowing that giant cloud of death.
a little sea parade, right? We'll have tie kites, and we'll have music playing, and it's be like, yay, we're very jovial, we're very happy we're here, and just kind of pass through it as we go, maybe. I don't know.
And I'll do minor illusion, a few sparkles.
I don't want to. Well, I'll just make a lot of like
If I
fun
can.
like sounds and stuff, and a lot of yay and like music and yeah.
Cornelia,
Work on the sail faster, guys. Work on the
Kelwise, you and Dresden roll perception checks for me.
Oh goodness. Okay. 17.
13.
13. What'd you get, Cullen?
Myself?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you would. I thought I heard my name, and then I was like, it's just another 6. I can only roll 6 tonight, so.
Rezik, you see
Just assume
another
it's a 6
lightning.
from here on out.
A lightning shock goes, and in the light, just behind it in that after image, you see this huge creature inhabiting what looks like the eye of the storm, just floating around.
Ooh.
It could have been a shadow on the sky. It's hard to tell, but this massive, massive creature, and a similar shape to Taika.
Get the rope ready.
Are you sure Taika's gonna be okay?
I
No.
don't know.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, maybe I'll go instead. I'll tie the rope around me.
And yeah, and another just booming ha ha ha.
No, Cornelia, you're not going instead. The whole idea is that he is kind of a ling like them, so it looks similar in a way. And not you. No. Won't allow it.
And Taika
Well, we
kind
better do
of jumps
something,
onto
or
your
I'm gonna
shoulders.
laugh back at this.
Cornelia jumps on your shoulders.
Can we go together?
YTT! Starts rocking back and forth.
All right. Well, let's make some moves. Come on.
Hold
Gotta do something. I'm gonna
and
laugh at
you're
that.
pretty sure the line, Kelwise fished, catching sometimes over 100 pounds. And if Anders' stories are anything to behold, he's caught well over 200-pound fish with this line.
Yeah, but he's a drunken liar.
Yeah.
Liver the size of
That's a big part of it.
Storm.
Yeah.
But I'm confident in the line. The line will hold.
All right.
Yeah. It'll hold Cornelia. Maybe not Cornelia's sack of money, which weighs almost twice as much as Cornelia.
Yeah, you should probably take that off.
All right, Taika, you're gonna have to go alone.
Yeah, so you guys tie Cornelia and Taika to the line securely. Trust you start playing music.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
cast thaumaturgy to make myself 3 times louder.
And what kind of song are you playing?
A lullaby.
A lullaby.
Oh, lullaby. Okay.
Okay. This starts coming out of Trust.
I don't hear it.
Trust's
Yeah, we
Oh
can't
yeah, we
hear
haven't
it.
been able to hear anything all night.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was gonna put Slug on that, but Slug was busy holding the
Well,
thing.
Slug's
that
trying to do
makes
too
my
much.
intros not nearly as exciting as they were.
Lullaby and good night. Go to sleep, little D&D. Exactly,
Discord
just
always
like
changes
that.
my inputs and outputs.
Yeah, it does that. It heckin' does that. You're not alone.
But yeah,
I love that you need to look at a monitor that's like 7 feet
Yeah.
to do this. Dude, hold on.
Directly above its head.
Let me check the monitor.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah,
No?
it's okay. I don't hear anything personally.
Coming from the -1 Charisma channel? No.
I can
Nada.
imagine a lullaby though.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, for these of you at home, you hear this soothing lullaby coming out, and but it's loud. It's very, very loud. In fact, everyone else is like, "Oh!" Eric Karate is just like holding her giant fin-like appendages that you assume are fish-like, but could be insectoid. It's hard to tell. And
tell.
We're never gonna
and
know.
you start to see, and easily the wind here is now picked up so much that it's very, very easy for Taika and Cornelia to just up, up, up into the air. Rezik, what are you doing?
Well, I thought we were doing more of a parade or like, jovial. But so yeah, I'll go ahead and said, well, I'll just go ahead and just make some like fun kind of illusionary like gusts and like little bits of like sparks of electricity kind of going around our ship, like it's kind of like part of the storm, just to kind of like add a little bit of a presentation to our ship as we go in.
Okay, yeah. So this
like close
heartwarming
encounters.
music is going, and this goes, and Cornelia, as you start to fly up above the ship, up higher, higher, higher. I mean, this. How far away are you guys going to let the line go? Because this line is very, very long. You can go maybe a couple 100 feet if you really wanted to.
Balls to the wall.
Okay, so Cornelia, you start
Not
to
my life.
leave, and you see in the distance this giant, not even really in the distance, it's pretty close now. You see it, just this giant ball of dark clouds swirling and moving, and you can now see the rain coming up and then rain coming down, almost batting against each other as they both fight to move in this kind of cacophony. And very quickly, the music fades out, and you hear just chaos starts to happen all around you, and Taika is just screaming his head off, just as you and you hit the end of that line, and you're just now this giant kite swirling around, and you can see now a giant shadow being backlit every time a lightning bolt shoots down. You can see the shadow in this cloud, this huge being in the center, and you hear that laugh, just ah. What are you doing?
I'm gonna just laugh, I think, playfully. Hee 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 ha ha. Hee ha 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 ha.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and you guys are just
Super convincing.
I mean, to everyone else on the boat, you just see Cornelia like, on the end of this string, just going crazy, holding the cape in the back. And that's when you start to see something, Cornelia, like electricity building in the center of the storm. Almost now a small ball swirling within the cloud itself of electricity spinning around and around and around. And you're basically the same height. And then this ball starts to move up slowly and slowly out of the top. And you hear another giant booming, ha, 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 as this tiny, same size as Taika, disc of lightning comes out, and this young, feminine-looking ling,
Attractive?
so you assume is a stormling, completely black skin, with the exception of this lightning bolt streak across its face that's like a bluish yellow that kind of almost wavers, and you see those same two big bug eyes as this stormling kind of comes up, hands, arms crossed. How do you react? And that's when you see Taika just go, "Kaka!"
No,
and
caca.
and she just holds her hands up into the air, and you just feel it. You can feel it from where you're at. This is something
We're all gonna
big.
die.
It's something huge. And all of a sudden, all of you on the boat, all of them on the boat, hear this beautiful lullaby, maybe way too loud being projected, but you can't really tell what's going on out there. And it's nice, and it's kind of soothing as you can hear it through your like jowls. Like you can hear it so loud, it's like almost affecting your heartbeat. And then you guys see the ocean just explode as this thunderclap, maybe 100 feet in diameter, just, and the whole sea starts to. Calwise, give me a survival check as the waves start to just emanate from the ship.
I told you guys Taika would kill us. I told you.
No, he's saving us.
When we first met him, I told you he'd kill us.
14.
14. Yeah, the waves come and you manage to just steer the boat into the wave as the thing would have knocked the boat probably 90 degrees onto its side, but you manage to steer it. You come up, and then when you look, there's maybe a 40-foot drop down this wave as this shock wave, almost this reverse concave dome, just heads out through the ocean, just displacing thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of gallons of water as in the ship. Everyone roll an athletics check as you guys all just kind of try and stay on. You're gonna anchor right now.
Yeah, before we get going. But if we before we crest it, if we're already going, then no, I'm not gonna stop us.
Well, you're at the top of the crest. If you want to try and use this anchor.
What we need is an anchor, a sea anchor behind us, dragging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not an actual anchor though.
Can you flip the dinghy over somehow? Can someone? Anyone, please? Christ,
I don't know.
help.
I was gonna cast the anchor spell. You know, with the tattoo I had to try to anchor us. I don't know if I can anchor a boat this large. Actually, I've never tried.
It was a necklace you had.
Necklace. Sorry, the necklace. Yeah.
I mean, you've never used the anchor spell before, so you don't really know
to me
how it works. So, just keep that in mind.
He
Well,
did
he's
use
tried it out.
necklace.
I did. I've used it before.
Yeah.
Small. Yeah, not anything big.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
Just on
that's right, that's right.
himself at Agarite.
But
Nothing on anything this large.
But
But
yeah,
not in a
you were
boat.
basically not moving, right? And didn't it just shove everyone to the front? Like, it was pretty drastic, right? It was like just a sudden stop.
Well, there you go. Now you know.
I don't remember.
I don't think he was in a boat. He was just floating in water, and
That's
he
what I
tried it,
recall.
and then the water
Oh,
There were
okay.
currents.
dim or
Then
something.
negate what
like
I
that.
just said.
I don't know, actually. I feel like you're telling me what might happen, and I feel like that's what I want to avoid.
You think
Sudden
about it,
lurching.
if we're all like heading like somewhere really fast, and you like stop the whole thing in midair,
Hey,
it'd probably be a giant jerk of just like, oh shit, like.
a thought briefly entered my mind and passed out the other side.
Okay. Dang it. Well,
He pondered nearly killing everyone for a moment and decided against that.
DM just ruined a great moment for himself. Well, you crest this wave and you look down on a 30-foot drop. Not straight down, but it's a roller coaster like drop. Everyone roll an athletics save
Got a
or
12.
acrobatics, either one.
Or acrobatics.
Me as
I
well.
got a
I assume.
13.
15.
Cornelia, you're fine.
Oh,
15.
thank God.
Trust me, you get-
Okay. Sorry,
I got
it
15.
like jumped out of the box and onto the ground, and then I rolled
it's an
even
automatic
worse
1.
the second. No, it was actually an 8 when I fell on the ground.
So all of you guys latch on to the
Plus
boat.
3, so
An
hold
11?
on then.
I had a 13 for me.
13. So you guys all
13.
managed to hold on as your stomachs just come out up into your chest and then
I hate that feeling.
as the boat just into this giant shockwave. And you notice something almost terrifying is that the second you go down to this shockwave, you see the waves out another 100 feet and then start to come back in and the boat just and starts to just rock back and forth in a crazy amount. Meanwhile, Cornelia, you're face to face with this seemingly feminine type stormling, as she just smiles this huge grin after this shockwave has basically decimated the ocean. And Taika is just like clapping his hands wildly over his head, screaming his head off.
Oh. And it's still chasing us. I'm still gonna
At this
laugh
point now,
and like
the boat has kind of moved into like the storm and the rain kind of coming up and down.
yeah.
Do
I
something.
think yeah, I think I'm just gonna still laugh and play with it and maybe throw do I still have my socks on me? You didn't do I still have my inventory on me or no?
Yeah, everything except your gold.
That's rude. I'm gonna throw socks at it, I guess, and like laugh and just
Okay.
try to play a little or something with it.
What kind of
Ugh.
sock?
The socks that I have, I'm gonna throw hopefully I have like a one with some ruffles on it, you know, like a
Ruffles. on
a
it.
girly sock.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you have Rezic socks
roll.
still.
Roll an attack with disadvantage.
So
Is that my sock?
it
What
ends
is
up
she
being
doing?
15.
Oh, 15. You kind of look around, and the sock is wet now, and you get it wet, you ball it up, and you just chuck it straight at this thing. And she quickly, as you throw it at her, her eyes kind of like, she has these giant bug eyes like all the lings do, but they go even wider for a second, and she kind of covers up like this, and the sock just kind of smacks her in the face.
And then while
it's
I'm
just kinda
laughing,
in the wind. She kind of pulls off the sock,
YTT!
clearly expecting like an attack of some sort or something. She
Oh.
Oh, he's eating everything.
That was good, maybe.
and she holds it kind of up, and then starts trying to put her head in the sock, but it's
God.
too small. And then Taika points to his feet and just starts YTT, YTT, YTT. And she kind of looks at him, looks down, looks up, and then takes both of her feet and just puts them both in one sock and pulls it up like pants. And it kind of fits up to like just past her knees.
And that's how mermaids get
And
made.
she stands and looks at herself, kind of like, this is a weird sensation. My feet are now in this cloth embrace. And it seems like she likes it, but the more her feet are in there, you start to see static building in this sock as lightning starts to envelop. And then
It was polyester.
as she looks down, you start to see the clouds themselves start to the storm gets smaller as it starts to suck into this stormling and turning like the air itself into energy, and the stormling just starts to crackle, and the air again starts to get all crazy, and that big almost shell of lightning starts to surround her again. And she holds up her hands, grinning at you, Cornelia.
No! YTT. No, Waikaka. I'm gonna try throwing another sock.
Okay. Throw another sock. Roll Now just roll,
disadvantage or-
roll normal, because the storm has gotten quite a bit smaller. And she kind of sucked it all into herself.
21.
Ooh, 21. So you throw another sock, and she's holding, like, pure elemental energy, this giant discharge in her hands. You throw another sock, and then, ooh! And lightning starts to shoot out every direction as she just lets it go and goes grabbing for this sock. Grabs the sock out of the sky, and everybody roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god.
Ooh, nat 20 plus 6.
10.
Hopefully that means Tyka's safe too.
9.
4.
I got a 6.
6. Yeah, so Rezik, you and Dresden just nailed by this lightning. And you guys take 4 points of damage as the lightning just fills your body. You just feel tension and strain and like singed energy coursing through your body as you yourself become the ground. And you start to see the small figure looks at you, Cornelia, for just a second. And shoo, starts falling from the sky. Just head first, nosedive, with socks on, and then hundreds and hundreds of feet, and then as the waves just
Oh my gosh.
from that initial lightning bolt come, and the storm seems to just dissipate as the waves start to slowly go back to where they were. And Cornelia, roll me a acrobatics check as you start to float downward.
Oh, 13.
Or 13. Yeah. So you manage to just slowly float back down to the boat, where you see Dresden and Rezik just kind of stiffly like, yeah, Gallwise is just reeling you in.
Handled.
And you start to hear something on the side of the deck, like a knocking sound.
Oh no. All aboard the ship.
Always one more. There's always room for more.
James just really likes being NPCs.
Did you
And
bring a
you
guest?
look into the water and you see that lightning-streaked stormling looking up at you on your boat. And as you peek over, she goes,
Put on a brave face, everyone.
Come on.
I'm gonna put Tyka down too and like encourage him to go greet her.
okay. And Taika lowers down a rope, strangely proficiently, to pull this Ling on board. And Taika, in his board shorts, all of a sudden, like, pulls her up on board and then kind of crosses his arms, squints his eyes a little bit, and stares at her. And she comes on board, and she just...
Little suck it out there, huh?
and she just slowly slides down the plank. Totally
Someone bring her
exhausted.
some water, or Ander, go grab some wine.
Yeah, we'll give her some water and some food.
How about some sweet berry wine, Cornelia, for our new guest?
All right. Here you go.
Okay.
Worked before.
I'm gonna show her, drink it.
And she touches it, and for a second, you see the bottle just kind of like electricity coming off of her hand as she holds your bottle,
I hope that didn't break it.
takes a sip of it, and just like takes another sip of it, and just continues doing that, kind of just
Discerning.
over and
Yes,
And
that's
over
not
again.
great.
I think she'll fit right in.
Offer them some food or something as well. They're gonna get drunk like that, Cornelia.
Yeah, yeah, good
Here
point.
are some bread.
Yes,
You
yes.
try and take
I'm gonna
the
eat
can
it.
back, and you feel the can is like, have you ever licked a battery, a 9-volt, before?
No.
Yeah.
That kind of feeling where you have the, it's just like
Have
that
you
feeling-
licked a battery? I'm concerned.
a 9-volt?
Tell
Yes,
us- Tell us if
absolutely.
a 9-volt still has juice. It's the only way to
Sidebar.
know. Yeah.
Everyone at home. Your
Don't lick
homework for this week
batteries.
is to go home and take a
No.
9-volt battery and use a used
it.
9-volt battery. The ones
Brand
that are
new.
new are a little bit spicy.
Spicy.
Just touch it to your tongue a little bit. It's not going to kill you. If it does kill you, I am so sorry.
But don't do it at all.
We are
Just
going to
don't
get
do it.
sued.
Yeah.
Write a
just
note
don't-
to your
don't do
family
it.
first.
Do not
Disclaimer,
do that.
it's not a good idea.
Just look at
But-
9-volt.
Yeah,
Don't do
like a
that.
9-volt. Anywho, you get her. What did you get her? She gave you back your flask.
Oh, I gave her bread.
Oh, you gave her some bread. She looks at the bread, sniffs it a little bit, and then just shoves the whole thing in her mouth. And it doesn't fit in her mouth at all, but she tries nonetheless. And she is very stubborn as she just kind of.
Oh my gosh.
That looks painful.
He did it.
Oh, Cornelia, show her how to eat it. Take a little time. Show her.
I'm
Gonna
gonna like
choke.
try moving her jaw up and down. I'm gonna get the bread wet so it goes down easier.
Okay, you wet the bread and it's much easier. And she just has this giant mouth full, and she's
Oh my gosh.
trying to
What is she
swallow.
wearing, by the way? Is she like
She's basically
She-
nude, but her body almost looks like it's just sleek, like she's in a wetsuit almost, and she's just pure black body, almost like not just dark, but the absence of light dark. It's almost eerie, with the exception of like almost like a killer whale's body, that blackness, but deeper than that. And then that lightning bolt streak across her face is really the only way you can tell where her features are for the most part.
Oh wow. How exciting.
Taika kind of goes and gets bread, shows her the bread, and then tries to shove it in his mouth as far as he can. And again, it's the same. And she kind of looks at him and squints her eyes. Like, there's some kind of weird rivalry happening right now. And you guys probably have just not the slightest clue of what it could possibly mean. Because
Yeah.
these guys are just so.
I'm just sitting there like happy with this whole situation. Like eating bread,
Yeah.
watching them interact. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and
I turned us back towards shore, by the way.
yeah, Kelwise, you see shore pretty far off at this point as you headed directly west, and you start to tack back in an easternly pattern to try and get yourself back on course with that southerly coast. And you do kind of see way off in the distance, maybe another half day's sail. The sun is coming up now, just a tiny bit, and you can kind of see that peninsula they had talked about way off. Maybe another half day's boat ride.
Oh,
Way off
Well,
in
so
the
that
distance.
actually like moved us further, I guess.
Sped
a
us
little
up. Yeah.
Yeah. bit. Tight.
Well, you know that there's that peninsula and there's another like day's boat ride still after
Oh,
that. It's
okay,
just
okay, gotcha.
hooking around.
Right
the
on
peninsula.
track.
Yeah. So yeah, and Taika and this new streamling seem very contented just to stare at each other. Eyes as
Maybe
small
we
as
should
they
set
can
up
be,
food. They seem like they're a little bit
really
aggressive.
glaring.
I'll put a little candle in the middle
And
of them.
Taika, yeah, walks
and,
up to
pay a
you,
little-
Cornelia,
Oh,
takes your hand.
oh.
Oh.
I see. I'm just gonna give him a little pat on the head.
And you do that, and the Stormling kind of, and then turns away.
And then I'm gonna go pet their head.
And you do, and
Oh, I see
every
that.
time it's like bzz, bzz, bzz. And she does it, and Taika.
Oh no, I'm gonna pat his head.
And then he goes back to being smug. It's
I
like,
feel like this is our cats right now. Like, why are you petting the other cat?
yeah. It seems like
Okay.
they've made some weird rivalry now. And by the way, she's still wearing that sock on both of her legs, and she has the other sock tied around her neck like a scarf.
Look familiar. Huh. Well, should we move forward? Or maybe we should. They seem like they're aggressive right now. Should we like try to play a game and lighten the mood, or should we just kind of ignore it and just keep going? Because this feels a little weird.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone who took.
Yeah.
Yeah. You all go to sleep. I'll take back over the helm. Can I fish and sail the boat at the same time? Sure, I can. Of course, I can. I'm going to do both at the same time.
I'm the captain. I can do anything
Of
I want.
course I can. I'm the captain.
Yes, you can.
And I'm going to do that. Catch
Who's
and
gonna
fish for
stop
some
you?
breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah, you.
No
you,
one.
You jerry rig like a little hold for your fishing pole that's
Yeah.
secure that holds the fishing line out and
It's
you
right
can
in
see
there.
it. Yeah.
I reattach all the line, back to the fishing pole.
So
Get it all
you
back
guys
from Cornelia.
move into the
all there.
dawn. All of you very, very awake after the lightning and giant waves and such as the sun comes up. Maybe a little bit. What's the word? It's like your bodies are tired, but your mind is like a little paranoid, and so it's just keeping you awake at this point. A little bit of that fear.
You're forgetting that we've felt that way since the beginning of this campaign.
Yeah.
That's just normal now.
And as the
Really.
sun comes up, you guys return to more normal trajectory, and eventually you see the Stormling kind of falls asleep, and Taika. And Taika just walks over and then across her lap and falls asleep.
Okay,
A new
both grumpy
person?
cats down. Both grumpy
Aw.
cats down.
I'm gonna put a blanket over them and go to bed as well.
You put a blanket over him, and there's
Thank
just
God.
so much static going on. Just pops and things here and there, and you guys can just hear. And every once in a while, you just see Taika's body just like he's just being shocked ever so slightly. Doesn't wake him up. And that's where we're going to take our first break for the evening.
All right.
Everyone, thank you so much for sticking with us through this.
I'm going to
It's a new day. Now that they can hear the music, we're going to play this again for them.
All right.
The ocean is bright and luminous, reflecting the rising sun over the mountains to the east. And
Man, this gives me so many more ideas than socks, James. I wish I heard it earlier.
Man, if only, right?
it was clearly the music. You guys head towards that peninsula. Kelwise steering straight towards it. Yeah, you got basically a whole day and a half, basically. Left of
right.
sailing, approximately, as long as the wind holds course.
Excellent. How did I do catching breakfast for everyone?
Roll a survival check.
Yeah,
I was like, sustainability. Nope. Sustainability. Nope.
My sheet go. There it is.
I'm
I should probably know this by now. That's a 9, so not great.
A 9. Because you're not really,
Fish weren't biting.
yeah, you're not really
Are you
there
using your shiny
doing your
tackle?
magic,
Shiny
right?
Tackle?
I mean, you're
That's
just kind of let the
Mm.
pole go, right? You just kind of stuck it on there and you're steering the boat, right? So it doesn't have all that Kelwise juju and magic. Are you using your?
He's literally trolling.
No, I'm not at this
Okay.
time. but I
All
will
right,
the next
yeah.
time. Can Anders shake it around a little bit or something? You know, like kind of try to give it the
Sure,
mojo
you know what?
too.
Anders.
You got to put him to work. He's been a drunk.
Anders kind of like gets up. He was asleep the entire time. Kind of woke up halfway under his bed because of the giant roller coaster type wave you guys went over. He goes and tries to help you out because, you know, what are brothers for other than picking up the slack when you can't perform?
right.
That's how he puts it. As he walks over, looks at your line. Killwise. Doesn't seem like you're catching much. Unless
No,
you're
that's
trying
why
to
you're
catch the
here.
ocean. Check it out. He picks it up, and to your absolute and utter dismay, the second he takes his hand on the pole, a bite happens instantaneously. You know it wasn't him. He knows it wasn't him. But anybody looking, he just, oh, whoa, I guess it's that Ander magic I've got. I guess the Wonder Gay has really passed more to me than you.
It's
And
not.
He starts reeling it in. And,
It's not. Try not to lose it. Try not to break the line.
a big, beautiful ocean bass comes out, and it's large, and it's the kind of fish you gloat about, and he does. And you spend
You got to get it on the boat first.
and he starts to reel it in. He wears it down and grabs a net, hauls it up. The fish comes out, catches it. He has Air Karate help him, and she, reaches around since he's short, grabs him as if she was teaching him how to golf, and helps him pull up this bass, teaching him it's all in the hips.
It's all in the hips.
So you're saying she reaches? Never mind.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Something about
And
phrasing.
pulls up the fish, and it's this huge, nearly 60-pound fish, sea bass.
Good job. I'm impressed.
Are
He
you?
weighs more than you do.
Well, I mean, I've always been punching above my weight, as I say. I've had to take care of you for the most of my
No.
life, so
No, that's a lie.
it's nothing. I mean, I'm used to carrying the village on my shoulders.
No,
Does it
there
work?
wasn't a village. So you didn't do that. But you did good
Can
this
I
time.
eat
and I'm
Anders?
pretty-
Do you need him?
In the corner, we see a tiny tiefling just. This is drool. Just.
No, it's not drool. It's just a glowing of the eyes and a glaring and an eye twitch.
Yeah.
Can I tell
it's
if
hard
trust
for
is
Anders
Out
like
of sight of Dresden. I'm not in Dresden's eye line.
And it's hard to tell. It's hard for Anders to see you because the fish bobbing on the deck is just shimmering with such bright light and glory. It almost, the light in your eyes pales in comparison to his jubilation.
Hey, I can't suck souls out of creatures, like animals, can I? It's been like distinctly
As-
humanoid that
as
I've
far as you
experienced the
know-
sensation.
Yeah, as far as you know, you've never had any kind of inkling towards stealing a soul out of a creature.
Yeah, I mean, can you turn a fish on?
It'd be a lot
No, it
easier
doesn't
if
have to be turned
do that.
on.
It's a
It
great
just
time
has
to
to
try.
be under my control or thrall or
This is your
unconscious.
chance. 60-pound bass lying on the deck,
Seduce it.
Helpless.
helpless. It couldn't go
Look.
anywhere.
Can I roll to seduce
Day,
the fish?
I will give you a roll to seduce the fish.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to do the fish?
I'm gonna roll first.
Before
and then I'm gonna
you
find out.
roll, before you roll,
If it's unconscious,
I would love for you
maybe-
to explain your fish seduction and then roll.
Well, it's lying down on it's on the
It's like
deck.
flopping up and down in the net.
I'd like to try and like pet it and just be like shh. So I stroke along its like
seductive.
spine.
Okay, yeah. You try and soothe this fish that's kind of flopping around haphazardly on the deck.
Drowning is the word I think you're looking
Oh
for.
no! Wait, what do I? Performance? What do I add to seduction?
Persuasion.
That's how she seduces men too. Just shh, you dumb man. Shh, it's okay.
Depends on the man.
And before
12.
you answer, the
Oh.
fish. That one eye, big eye, looking right at you. And you know that it's not long for this world, and you make a connection.
Oh,
It's interesting because you've been there
my.
a lot for the end of the life cycle, the returning into the source heart that all living beings stem from, and you look at this fish as its gills pleadingly beat and beat, and then wham! Anders comes by with a big old cudgel and just smashes it in the head.
No.
All right, who wants some of Anders?
I just wanted to know if I could do it.
And
Do
you
I
get the
see
sense
veins?
there's no veins. This fish
It's
maybe
go time.
just didn't
It's guilt time.
understand. It's hard to tell. Maybe on something that's more less amphibian. Maybe something like a cat. It would be easier, or a smarter animal that's more closely tied to the sentient beings, like a dog with a higher intelligence or such. This thing, yeah,
For those keeping track, a fish isn't an amphibian, but neither here nor there.
amphibious. Amphibious? What's the word? Aquatic? Let's go with aquatic. Yeah, I just thought about that.
Yeah, because Cullen said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something popped into
I
my
said it
head.
and I was like, what are people? And people are amphibians.
Yeah, fish are smart. They live in schools. Thanks, Catherine.
Fish are smart, they live in schools. All right, well,
nice.
that's it for me tonight, guys. I'll see you later.
Yeah. I don't
See you
blame
later.
you.
It's been a good run.
Ooh,
Who's
yeah.
this
The boat
Gethron,
sinks.
Tress?
You're all dead. All right. Yeah. No veins. Not even an
End of
inkling of
story.
a vein. Not a connection. There was no.
Alright.
Yeah. There's something about the sentient beings, the helplessness, and the emotional connection you make with these people that ties you to them, to their souls. It's a very intimate thing, and even though you could try and wrap your head around this intimate connection with a fish, it's very difficult to force your mind to go there. So you can't
That's
tell
fine.
if it's the fish's fault or it's your fault. But
It was more of like, I was just curious. It was
you're
like,
experimenting.
I
Yeah.
wonder.
Yeah.
It's gonna take us forever to get to the land where I can actually learn about this power. So let's do some
Trust is in that college
hypothesizing.
experimental phase. I get it.
Who isn't fish
Yeah.
curious? Yeah.
Amphibifish curious.
Amphibian. No, I tried.
I got that.
You spend the rest of the day. Anders smokes this fish up pretty well. Seems like, despite being a raging alcoholic, he knows
He could
how
cook
to
it with his blood
and
alcohol
he knows,
content.
he knows his fish.
Most professional chefs that I know have been professional alcoholics as well. so-
Have you read Anthony Bourdain's bio?
Hand in hand, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you guys feast on this sea bass, and it's good. He even has a little bit of spices and such in under. He puts a little bit of salt, a little bit of rosemary, and some thyme sprigs as he smokes this, and it really you get a little bit of that smoke flavor.
On the boat, does he smoke a bass? Where? Where does that
Well,
happen?
He has a small round stone that he pulls out, and he puts it on a crate, and on this stone he makes a little a fire, on top of this stone. And all of you watch it carefully because there's lots of wind, lots of
Fire.
things that can go
Fire on
wrong,
the
and
boat.
fire on a ship is generally not a good thing. And he takes the fishing pole and hangs the piece of fish over the fire, and he smokes it that way.
Using the pole, the fishing pole.
Yeah, to hang the fish.
Oh, I don't. I don't. We only have one fishing pole.
I mean, the man's a raging alcoholic. He
I
seems to know what he's
mean,
doing.
it's a genius or careless. I'm not sure. It's really borderline.
Little combi.
I'm gonna. I'll allow it this time. But in
Okay,
the future, I'd
you
prefer the
keep
fishing
a-
pole be used for fishing, and
Yeah.
we find a stick or something else that can be used for spit
Okay.
for the fish.
Yeah.
Spit! I can spit!
No, not that kind of spit. A different,
All right.
different type.
And it's
I
too
mean,
late.
While
right
we're
around
while
that
we're
time-
eating, by the way. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
I was saying
Before.
while we're eating, I was gonna like just feed Camden a little bit of the fish while we're kind of like all hanging out, and I'm just gonna like ask the group like I was wondering what is gonna be the plan when we get to Caravella? Should we just try to get some do a little bit of a stealth mission first and get some intel on the Ashen Riders, or just
Freaking
Full-blown
kill
attack.
all!
all right, let's attack them?
that's an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we
First
might
to their
want to. Yeah, we might want to actually stop a bit before the town, take the dinghy in, and then proceed
Yeah.
on foot.
Oh,
To
I
get
think
the
that's
lay of the
probably right.
land at least first.
Maybe this is a situation that calls for stealth, and we go in and try to free Pup and get Pup out of there, and maybe no one is the wiser.
Yeah, but Pup's the one with the stealth spell to make us all stealthy.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we still can be quiet.
Yeah, it's doable.
I can try. Thinks about all the terrible stealth rolls she's had.
We'll just watch the boat. It could be you and Slug on the boat while we go in.
Well, Dresden, you're probably not gonna go in either. I mean,
I
you're
wouldn't think so, no.
you're loud by
Yeah.
common standards.
Very loud.
It's the armor.
I know. I'm like walking pots and pans.
So
If this
We
goes
can do
south,
it.
I'm going to start a percussion section all on my own.
Well, you do have that cloak of elven kind. You can switch your armor out and not wear the metal armor when we're sneaking. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, or I can just not go. Slug and I can spit on the boat, like we were saying.
All right.
well, we might need a quick getaway as well. Depending. I don't know. We're probably gonna have to figure out what the plan is once we kind of get there. It's hard
Yeah.
to plan too much in advance, but I like the idea of going in, not taking the boat up. We don't want to call too much attention to ourselves. We should probably do something a little bit sneakily. And maybe
Yeah,
if we sink their boat in the process, that would be a benefit, because if they come after us and they have cannons, we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, sabotage some way. Split the party.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's-
sabotage.
That's a good idea. I think we'll maybe send a small party in to get intel. Kind of just watch them for a little bit and see what the deal is. If Pup isn't on the ship, then yeah, we should definitely try to sabotage the ship for sure and sink it.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, that's a
We
good idea
should-
for now.
The people getting intel they probably have descriptions of all of us. If they knew what Pup looked like, then they probably know what all of us look like. So disguises are probably going to be
Totally.
pretty useful.
Yeah.
Does anyone know if this ship, it seemed like a large one, maybe it'll still be offshore and they'll be taking a dinghy in?
True,
It
yeah,
might-
that's true.
Entirely possible.
That's definitely possible, yeah. Well, I have the alter self spell, so I can kind of do what Pup can do for like an hour. And I know Cornelia's very sneaky.
Yeah.
And Trust, you can disguise yourself too as well, right? If you have
Yeah,
to.
I've got disguise self. Yeah, it lasts an hour. Yeah.
All right. So we have a few people that can maybe just go in there and just, not stir up any trouble. Just kind of, act like you're just a commoner, just walking around. Maybe Cornelia can kind of sneak in there and get even closer. And I'm going to try to see if maybe even Eva can help us, because I don't know if she's able to control being invisible. But that could be like really helpful if she could. So
Do you think they
Oh,
would
oh.
take Pup off the ship? I mean, if they're transporting Pup, they're probably going to be on the ship, right? They wouldn't take him to land.
Who knows?
I guess
Might
we'll be
be.
able to tell when we get closer.
Yeah.
the ring.
Will we have any way of communicating between the shore party and the ship?
Only through Pup with the ring.
I can use message, but we have to stay close.
How far does that go?
120 feet.
Oh, so like two ships worth?
Yeah, not very big at all.
They might see the ship that way. Okay, just wondering.
That's smart to
I mean,
think
we can
about.
have some kind of signal if you want. I can use different illusions to kind of alert you of any issues or something.
Where's Dalladale when you need him, right? Could fly back and forth if you want.
True.
Never thought we
He's
would
in-
need him, but
I think he's in the pit, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe Reds. How high up could you maybe put up sparks or something like that? Or a giant-
Yeah. Maybe I'll just put up something that's not like super obvious, but something. I'll think of something. Yeah,
Okay. Think on that.
Okay. And as you guys are
maybe a
speaking,
kite.
you hear a
I don't know.
and Taika and the Stormling come skipping up the dock, hand in hand, best friends.
The dock?
Oh, the deck.
We made it.
Sorry, the deck. Yeah,
Heard it here
we
first.
made it. Yeah. Yes. Day.
What if we got her to destroy the ship?
Well, yeah, but not if Pup's on it.
Yeah, that's going to be the key. Great idea.
Maybe after?
Yeah,
Didn't
no,
say
that's a good
when.
idea.
If they come, if
Just
they
say-
come after us, we can.
We can only hear Pup, right? We can't talk to Pup.
We can only hear.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we can hear everything around Pup too, or just Pup?
I think it's just Pup, right, James? Or is it everything around Pup?
It was just Pup.
It's just Pup. Okay. Just Pup. That's a good idea, Trust. We can try to have that the creature destroy everything if possible. That's a good idea.
What's the range on that, Rezik?
Oh, we don't know the exact range, unfortunately, but it's pretty
Can you hear
far.
Pup now?
And you
Can
don't
I?
hear anything.
Can you do me
No.
a favor and check back every hour
All right, yeah, you got it.
so we have a
but
rough
we could-
idea of the range?
Yeah, definitely. We can either do that, have that thing destroy it, or I could go in using my I guess aquatic alter self and sabotage the boat from underneath somehow. But I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I thought about that too because I could remove water from a 5x5 area, creating an air pocket. We could kind of walk around as needed, which
So-
might be a good way to get someone out. If we punch a hole in the boat too, I could get
Bunch of
me
holes,
and others
just-
out.
Just destroy the rudder would be enough.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's got to be a hole. It's payback.
Oh,
It's only
yeah, no,
fair.
I'm
You can
just
create
saying.
an air pocket. He'll do a fireball.
Perhaps 2 holes.
I don't know if that. 2 holes.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and
How long
the
can you
Stormling.
stay under?
Oh, I can stand it for an hour.
Well, you could make a lot of holes with an axe in an hour.
Yeah.
That's true.
Make a lot of holes in an hour.
Oh God.
We might find out.
You guys are standing. The Streamling, hand in hand with Taika, walks straight up to you, Cornelia. And she pats you on the head, just as you were doing earlier. And you go, and then she lets
I
go
don't like
of Taika's hand. And she bows.
Oh.
And she lays down and then does a somersault off the dock.
Whoa.
Into the water.
Never
Aw.
mind.
Oh wow. Okay.
Goodbye.
Why?
A proper goodbye.
And
That.
as far as you can tell, she just never resurfaces.
Aw.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
Well,
Tycho
I hope she had
falls
fun while she
down
was
to his
here.
knees
Oh God.
and just starts bawling his eyes out.
Aw.
This guy keeps getting the rug
I'm
pulled
gonna-
out from under him.
Pat him on the head.
Okay, yeah.
Always the groomsman. Never a groom.
Yeah, and he cries for a solid 2 or 3 minutes, and then he sees a shadow, and his attention is instantly diverted, or it could just be a figment of his imagination. But he's gonna find out, so he instantly darts across the deck and runs after, which you can only assume is a fly or something.
Okay. Well, that was all right. That was fast.
Well, that's unfortunate. Did you change your outfit, Rezik?
Oh, I like to keep it a little, variety. So yeah, I changed the color of my robes today to a purple just for fun. Keep changing around stuff. Huh?
For who?
For you all. I thought just to keep it.
Oh,
Do you not
Anyway,
appreciate it, Dresden? I mean, I appreciate it.
Oh. Yeah. No, yeah, of course. I appreciate it. Good call. Guys.
Yeah, definitely. I can tell.
Appreciate it.
Anyway, so that sounds like a great plan, everybody. We'll just kind of sneak in there, get some intel, and then figure out a foolhardy plan. All right, great. Everyone enjoy your fish. I have things to do. Dresden, can I borrow you for a hot second?
Just because yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry.
Hmm?
Alright.
Oh, no, I don't care about that. It's fine. Listen, I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
I was talking to Erica Roddy, a very, very charming woman, and, well,
It's just like
I was
the
wondering-
compliment sandwich thing. It's like good thing, bad thing, good thing.
no, Erica Roddy is, she is amazing. Her attitude is,
It's two good things. It's
Spectacular.
gonna be a thick sandwich.
no.
What are you
Anyway,
driving at?
I'm driving at, Erica Roddy is okay with no longer using magic, but I think it would be helpful for someone to train her in the ways of combat. Would you be interested at all?
The fish lady
Yes, Erica Roddy, the ancient.
that can just
Woman who was
destroy the
trapped
world
at-
with her brain. That one?
Yes, yeah, yes.
I mean, sure. Seems like a waste, but sure.
Well, just ask. I'm sure that she would like to be helpful during combat if anything happens.
Wait, do you want me to ask, or is this her asking me? I'm confused.
No. I think you should ask her. She's very lovely, and I think that it would be a nice bonding thing for you two. I think you guys should be friends, right? We're traveling together.
Yeah, no.
Are you?
I thought so.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't seen you guys talk
Wait,
at all
you-
for a while.
I mean, I don't talk to. When was the last time we talked? You literally had to ask me if you could talk to me. You felt
Well,
so.
our friendship is a little bit bigger than everybody around us. We have a lot of history, and I think we're kind of almost brothers at this point, really. So,
Do you ask your other brothers if you can talk to them, or do you just talk to them?
well, I was trying to be courteous, but you're right.
Yeah,
Next
no,
time, I
I'm
will simply grab your arm and pull you, yank you aside.
Just warn me if you're gonna yank me.
My God. All right. Well, good conversation. I'm going to get to work now. I have lots to do, so take it easy. And with a blush on his face, he's just going to walk away and go
Slap
work
his
on
butt
magical
the way
stuff. Okay. All right. Just everybody can just do whatever they want to my butts. That's fine. Just walk
You heard it
away.
here first, folks. Hear that, Andrew? No.
but yours perk up.
Yeah, Slug just kind of looking at you with an eye, just
Oh, no. Yeah, that is quite the proclamation on a ship.
Does this boy have no shame? Huh?
Oh, me?
No.
You're looking at me?
Yeah.
Who are you? Oh, no, he is shame. He just likes it. There's some
Would
people that...
would you
You
make
know?
him say that?
No. He said it. because he likes the shame. I just said that.
Weird.
Yeah.
You
Different
youngins
strokes.
into weird stuff.
I mean, how old are you? I know the sun and the salt
Older
does
than I
stuff
look.
to-
Younger than I feel.
Okay, I think.
30s.
I think that makes him 47.
Yeah, you're like mid-40s.
No, who keeps count? Right.
I think
Worthless.
almost everyone.
Yeah,
Not me.
well. Live on a boat for a couple fists of years. You stop
So
counting.
fist, is a couple fists 2 fists, or is like a couple fists 2 sets of 2 fists?
Exactly. Right. Who can
Okay.
keep it straight anymore?
No, yeah. Okay,
He is as old as I is.
all right.
All right.
Good talk.
Good talk.
I'll slap his butt.
Yeah, you slap his butt and he kind of just looks, processes.
I just turn around and laugh and walk away.
Yeah. Night rolls around. You guys start to cross that bend, and just before you cross that peninsula, arcing to the east, Cornelia, you swear way off in the distance, back in the night sky, you see a small storm brewing just over the horizon, and then it's gone
Oh, my
as you
God.
turn around this peninsula, and you know that by morning or midday, you start to see way off in the distance lights, the lights of torches and other ships. You start to see other vessels way off on the horizon moving around, some very, very large. And you can see the lights of Caravella Town about a night's ship drive away. Ship drive? Ship sail? Ship?
Float.
Ship float.
No,
Ship
pedal to
float
the metal. You
away.
put your foot down and the ship goes. We get you.
Exactly.
We're there.
So that's where you're at. Basically, you have the night left. You're all pretty
Guys,
tired from the.
Where are the
night before.
breaks?
What did we say, Gilwise?
Wait, what did we say about wait, what did I miss? What did I miss?
Nothing. I'm just.
Putting
Being
the
an
wind in the
asshole.
sails, letting them fly. That sounds right.
How's it going, James?
And because of the wind,
So-
too, it's heading in a very. It's heading southwest. The wind's still blowing southwest. Heading east is a little bit slower. Your sails on the right side, kind of pulling the boat towards the starboard more than forward. But you do move forward slowly.
We're tacking. Now that we're out of the storm, can I again try to feel the water, see if there's maybe a way of going about this better? Maybe a pathway. that
Sure.
is a little bit.
Roll a
Okay.
survival check.
Yeah, it's terrible rolls today. That's an 8.
An 8.
Whopping 8.
You
I waited this
feel
time.
all the different
let
currents
me use it.
here, and you determine that there just isn't a better current you could jump on. The current is kind of flowing in your general direction, but the wind is kind of slightly against you, and this is probably just the best course. It's not that you couldn't feel it, it's just there just isn't a better course for you.
Okay, and while we're doing this, and I have a moment, I'd also like to try the anchor necklace out and see what happens to the ship if I use it
Okay.
Here we go.
while we're in the clear. Everyone,
Right.
Oh,
hold on to something.
totally remember you doing this now in a boat. But we'll hold on.
Hold on.
Oh,
We're gonna try something,
I remember that.
and that's all I can say.
Okay.
Okay. You hold on to this necklace pendant. And what do you feel? What do you project into this pendant?
I'm thinking of a mountain and how it's just anchored to the earth, like immobile. It doesn't go
Okay.
anywhere. It's stationary.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm envisioning.
Yeah, you
It looks like the Matterhorn for whatever reason.
okay, yeah, this giant snowy peak. You envision this very stubborn, immovable mountain, and you project that wider and wider and wider until all of the YTT is encompassed by your mental energy, and then you release it, and the ship just comes to an immovable stop right off the bat, and the sails, you hear all of the wood on the boat creak and groan in protest. And you hear a small little cracking sound.
Oh no.
It doesn't sound big. It might just be a normal wood plank moving. But you hear it. Other than that, the ship comes to almost an immediate, stubborn, mountain-like stop right where you are.
Okay, great. Let's go inspect every nook and cranny and see if something's leaking.
What did you do? You
Okay,
slow down
Okay,
first.
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking this over, but it was an emergency sort of, just in case we need this in the future sort of idea. So the good news is the boat stops. The bad news is it immediately stops. It
Is it all in one
Halt
piece? I'm gonna
Is it
run
what?
down. I'm gonna
All right,
run down.
everybody
flipping-
roll an investigation check. You start to check the
definitely.
boat.
I definitely heard something. Correct.
And magic
One roll
ticks
high. I
up.
heard a crack.
Be able to like slow it down gradually. Hopefully, you know. I got a natural 1.
Investigation.
Great.
I got a
Rezik,
9.
Rezik runs around the boat just kind of like fantasizing about the implications of this magical necklace and what it could do or couldn't do the next time you use it.
Investigation.
Yeah.
21.
4? Oh, 21.
16.
Yeah. I got a 4.
Yeah, everyone starts looking around the boat, and Dresden, you almost don't notice it because of the low light, but ever so slightly, you see just a hairline crack almost going along with the wood on that section that had been patched up, almost with the
blacksmith.
grain. Yeah, by a blacksmith, and it's
By a
it's
blacksmith.
slight, and it's not anything that's going to test the integrity of the ship as far as you know moving forward. It's just, it's quite a, you notice it, and you're pretty sure that's what made that sound.
Just I won't show everyone, but ooh, noisy bag.
Yeah.
Like the scene in like Men in Black where it's just like
Yeah.
You're all very jealous right now.
Who gets food that fast? It was so fast. I've
Amazing.
never gotten food that fast. There you go. Yeah, you do.
know
All right.
her. It's like that
Um,
one restaurant that knew me so well.
Yeah.
Oh.
that's true.
Yeah,
Who do you show?
I'll show you. I'll just
Okay.
pull you aside, just like quietly when everyone else is gone to do whatever.
I mean, it
Just be like, yeah, I think that's you.
is it. Yeah. I mean, I believe you. Do I just want to touch it. Is there any dampness?
No dampness. No.
Okay.
It looks like the boards kind of peeled apart just for a second and then went right back into their pressurized state. So like the pressure of the boards pushing each other back down is keeping them. It's just that, for a second they just cracked apart.
So it seems like it's not too bad for the moment. At the
Thought he
very
was
least.
muted. Shut up, Cullen.
I'm sorry.
Just Dresden, keep an eye on it. I'll keep an eye on it. If it starts leaking water, we've got a problem. Until it starts leaking water, it's probably okay.
I think you're absolutely right.
If you see any mud lying around, maybe smear some mud on it. I don't know. That's not gonna help. Never mind.
don't
Forget
think that's
that.
how-
That's not gonna help
I
at
don't
all.
think that's how anything works.
No. No. Do we have tar? Do we have tar around on the boat?
I mean, you would hope that some of the lines might be tarred, but I don't know. Last slug.
Slug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right behind.
Come here. Come here for a sec. Come
Oi.
here. We're just looking at this little hairline crack right here.
Yeah.
Do we have any tar on the boat?
Tar.
You know, to patch it? Yeah.
Tar.
Just for safety. Tar.
Oh, half a boatload of paint.
I don't know if that's gonna work. It's got to be something that seals up real tight. Like I think we may have used a wax before a long time ago. Tar.
What do you put in between the boards to make the boat?
Yeah, to make them watertight.
Oh, you guys need wax? I actually bought random
Wait, what do you have?
sealing wax.
Sealing wax. Oh, Cornelia bought some sealing wax, which I imagine.
List I have it written down.
Yeah.
I mean,
Paint over it with all the paint we got.
Like sealing wax, like you break with your thumbs when you're opening a letter sealing, or like
Probably.
Oh yeah,
keep-
totally. That's
to
what
hide,
it is.
to hide the roof from
That's
you.
what it is. It's wax for an envelope.
Okay.
Cullen.
I mean, it's in the name.
We can try it.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Let's put that in our back pocket, and we'll just hold on to that one in the event water starts. If water starts leaking again, I think we're truly in trouble anyway. But
I think
Yeah.
you're right.
It seems rather dry, this crack,
great.
for now.
That's all that matters right now.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, I won't do that to the boat again unless we need to.
That's what I'm worried about, because I think we might need to at some point.
It might happen. It might happen.
Uh,
Now we
I'm
know
like,
where the weak
I'm-
point is.
I think we knew that before.
I think you're right.
I'm still walking around theorizing things, and I like walk over to Kellis. And I mean, really, if you think about it, like if you went on to someone else's ship, right, you can like literally use that to stop their ship, and that could be very helpful. Like I could even wear that. I go onto the boat, and I like put that on, and I'm just under the boat, and I stop the whole thing, right? It could be totally like a done deal in battle. I mean, this whole thing is amazing. And I'm just, like just keep talking forever unless someone stops me.
You know, I didn't think about stopping someone else's boat. That's a pretty good idea.
We can take a dinghy over there and stop the boat, and then, well, once you get off, though, would you have to leave the anchor? How would that work?
I don't know.
Does someone
I
have
mean,
to be wearing it?
Are we going now?
Well, we still gotta.
I
We're
mean,
still
if you stop the boat so forcefully, the boat splits in half. You can take the anchor with you. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, but ours didn't
Yes.
split in half. And
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Ours-
Yes, trust.
Alright.
You can make
Ours
small
got
Maybe
incisions
he
in
like
could
the
stop it
bottom of the
worse.
boat.
Ours
small
didn't
incisions-
split in half.
Right.
Go right.
Right, so
Yes,
I'm saying
right,
if you
right.
needed to split someone else's boat in half, you could just do what you just did, but worse. Do it
But
do
half.
it not as well as you just did it.
Yeah, because I imagined the entire boat being stopped. But what if I imagined half a boat being stopped? Like,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Please don't try that on our boat.
I'm not going.
Why are you trying on our boat?
I don't
No.
know.
Maybe in the dinghy.
I like the
We could
dinghy.
still try
Not
to
the dinghy.
sabotage
Pop
it.
loves the dinghy.
Okay, not the dinghy.
Maybe we can also, like, cut up the sails or cut some ropes. Just make sure to get the job done. Maybe
Oh, I mean-
double sabotage.
Yeah, we'll leave no stone unturned.
I just don't like the idea of someone going over there and doing it, using it, to stop a boat and then jump off.
Oh,
I don't know. It seems
yeah.
risky.
Of course, these are
Yeah.
all just theories. I'm just thinking outside the box,
Good job.
It's pretty smart, Rezik. Pretty smart.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, I have another outside the box idea that's it would never work in a million years, but I thought I'd bring it up to you all. I did find in that barrel of magical scrolls that one time a letter that was basically from a member of the Red Blades in Capital City that was to I think an elven woman or an elven man. It was very romantic, and there was this whole relationship going on, and we could use it to either blackmail the Red Blades ourselves, or we can offer up to maybe to Gastoon Alistar and be like, hey, would you like this, blackmail for pup possibly? It would never work. It would never. I'm just thinking outside the box though. I'm just thinking. Oh yes, Rez.
How is this relevant?
Oh, I was just trying to think of ways we could possibly get pup back without having to fight. And if we give them that, they could be like, oh, I could blackmail another family in the capital, and I can use that against them. And maybe I don't know. Just a thought. Just a thought. It would never work. Forget it.
No, I think we need to consider all avenues. So
Sure.
I think that's probably
just-
smart.
I'm just not sure that these are the kind of people that do deals.
Well,
Follow through on
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the last deal
Yeah.
they basically killed everyone they made the deal with. So probably
everyone.
not.
Yeah.
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 That would be just. I like where your head's on, but
Yeah, no. I agree. We probably
I'm
have
afraid
to.
the reality is a bit
Maybe
further off.
if it was coming from someone that they respected or wanted the information from anyway, as opposed
Right.
to just a random you or I.
Random person. Yeah, that makes sense.
Do we know someone like
I
that?
feel like it's getting too complicated. I don't really think that they're real dirty. They fight dirty, I feel like they only
Yes.
listen to their superiors. And I like the sneak and sabotage attack best so far.
Yeah, but I think you hit the nail on the head with only listen to their superiors. So what if they had a superior anyway?
Do
Long
we
story short.
know They're superior.
We don't know.
Isn't the
it's-
guy
Oh,
like
the
this?
That
Amber
feels
Rose?
really dangerous as opposed
does-
to
yeah.
sneaking.
Because we
I-
do,
yeah.
but that would be extremely intricate. We have to pretend to be the Ember Rose or the Amber Rose. I think it's the Ember Rose. Pretend to be the leader, and that would be like
Or an
that's way too much.
Alistar.
Or an
Yeah.
Alistar, yeah. Oh, Mara
Way
Alistar is still
deeper.
alive, right? Or Mara Vasquez is still alive. That's very far fetched. What should we be doing there?
Alive. Allegedly.
Alive.
Let's table that. And
Yeah,
how far away are we Cal-wise? I think Rezik, your
mean,
mind, it
at
just
this
needs
point, you're not
exercise.
moving.
Maybe you need to read. Do you have a new book to read or new spells to learn? I feel like you need to learn something right
They'll
now.
unanchor us.
I have
Yeah.
spells
We
aplenty.
can
Do you
move
want
again.
to study with me? Learn some spells?
What?
What?
Yes.
All right, come along. Come on over here. And I grabbed her hand.
And I want to
"Come over here,
look
at
back.
these-"
I want to look back at everyone else and be like, I don't know, make the plan without us. Rezik's on one. I don't know what's going on.
I just drag Trust
He
over to my
snorted
room.
some of
show
paint
her all the
chips.
things.
I don't know.
Exactly.
He's happy to be alive.
Red found that sea cocaine.
He got a jolt last night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Jolt. Nicely done.
Yeah, so you
I hate
unanchored.
you. I hate you, but that's
I
pretty
hate
good.
y'all.
You get unanchored from Kelwise's necklace, and you feel the necklace kind of retreat into itself, almost a dormant energy coming
Like
from
turtle
it
head.
now. Yes, very much like a dormant turtle's head.
The unanchor,
The
did I
boat-
just imagine the mountain just like crumbling or just did I just
Yeah,
go poof?
so the mountain
and it
crumbles,
stopped?
but it very quickly. The ship still being pushed by the wind, the mast kind of creaking against the wind itself, has so much force that the second you release it, almost as if like a relief, it just kind of, and the mountain disappears, and the boat starts to move forward in the sea, cutting into that kind of bay-like structure. It's a very large, wide bay that you start to pull into.
And we're still, I'm sorry, a day or a half a day away?
You're
you
about
said?
you're about a half day's trip away. Maybe only a couple hours at this point. Just before sunrise, you should be hitting what Slug has told you is Bodwing Bay. Bodwing Bay, sorry. Which is just the bay right outside of Caravella Town.
So that's presumably where everyone anchors. That's where everyone docks their boat.
Yeah.
All right, guys. How far out of town do we want to anchor?
out of sight for sure.
That might be very far, considering the line of sight.
Well,
That might be soon.
what's the 13 miles is basically what you can see the horizon.
Yeah, we go
it's,
about.
it's about 10 miles away ish. You can just see those big bright lights hanging on the city, tall lamps
Probably
and such.
probably here.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. And do you think we should take the dinghy all the way into port or dock the dinghy outside as
No,
well?
I think we'd take the dinghy straight to. I'm not rowing 10 miles,
Yeah.
right?
No, it sounds
So
awful.
your plan is leave everything here, and we'll just walk on foot to the town, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the only way we'll sneak in. Who's going? Are we all going, and then we'll just send a couple people in to sneak?
I mean, if we're this far away, we probably should all go and then
Yeah.
leave some people back here to watch the ship. Obviously, like maybe Eric or maybe I don't know, Slug or Fitz or
Slug.
whoever.
Basically,
Yeah.
everyone that isn't talking right now,
Yes,
Makes sense.
exactly.
right?
So that means I'm going too.
Oh God. Well, there you just spoke
I have
up,
as
so
much
yeah.
right to save Pup as any of you.
Yeah, but if we need to row real quick, you're just gonna make us go in a circle.
Well, I can protect our flanks as you row.
Look, kid, you want to come? You're more than welcome.
I am driven by oath.
Okay, I don't need to know why.
All right. Sounds like we're in agreement.
We are.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Well, that
Okay.
settles it. You're going.
So let's take a look
Great.
around in the nearby vicinity. We'll see if there's a good spot just to anchor, maybe a small inlet or something. Something that looks a little bit
I mean,
Yeah,
the
we'll
bay
protect
is
it.
secluded, maybe.
very, very large. I mean, there's
Yeah.
boats. You can kind of see boats coming in and out. There's not really anywhere to like hide a boat, especially a boat
But
of
if-
your size.
Yeah.
In
Well,
this
what if
bay.
we-
You're gonna have to rely on
But-
distance, I think.
But there's
Do
enough
we
boats
trust
that
the
it
boat
doesn't
to
look weird
to
if you were anchored
go
out here.
out to sea a bit and come back when we call? Do we trust Slug and Ander and Eric Karate and all these people to handle the boat?
I would just as well anchor it pretty close to shore, I think.
I mean,
Facing
it's just
facing-
sitting,
yeah.
just a sitting target at that point, though.
So maybe we
Yes.
leave the ship. Maybe we leave the ship out and anchored, and we take the dinghy to land. Is that what you're thinking?
No,
That's
he
gonna
means
happen either way.
does the ship
What I
move
mean is-
around so that
Yeah.
it's not sitting in one
Oh, yeah,
spot
yeah, yeah.
attracting
Sorry,
attention?
yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're right. Strategically speaking, that's probably the best option. But
And you look over and you see just this grin
Oh no!
on Slug's face.
Yeah,
But I know-
yeah, Captain.
All right, take it
Fitz.
easy.
Fitz, you don't want
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
Can you watch the boat for us? Anders can't be trusted. He's gonna sleep the
Yeah,
whole
He's
time.
an alcoholic. Fitz, do you want to be
You-
captain and Kawazi's stead?
And
We
not
trust
save
you.
Pup.
We trust
Well,
you so we can
well-
get away, though.
Yeah, if we can't
I mean,
require
if
the ship to
If
be
it's
there,
absolutely necessary, I will do whatever it takes to save Pup. But if you think this is a better use of my talents, which I think are wasted, although they are vast.
I mean, Fitz, here's the thing. Weren't the and if I'm quoting you incorrectly, correct me, but weren't the nobles born to rule?
well, yes, of
Okay.
course. We have a natural
mean-
aptitude for leadership.
Well,
That's why I
mean-
figured I would lead this party onto the ship, the boarding party.
of course. What if you lead this ship on the not getting caught party?
equally important.
Honestly, I don't understand why we can't let Fitz help save Pup. He loves them, and what's the harm in it?
I just
We
point.
trust him the
I just
most.
point at Slug.
It's
Yeah.
like
Can I see
Almost
Slug's face
sunken
again,
down.
please?
He's gonna
that's
steal
that's
the
the
ship.
guy that wanted to just sail straight
Oh,
into the
don't
storm.
worry, don't
if I
worry. It's
remember.
in good hands. Eating good hands.
Yeah, the issue is I haven't seen you turn the wheel once, and that's concerning.
Yeah, well, we needn't go more than straight on to the horizon.
We
Or
can
the
tie him
storm.
up and leave Erica and Anders to watch him.
Yeah, or
Just tie
we
him
can
to the mast.
let Fitz
All
do
right.
his noble duty and leave. I mean, he's not Odysseus.
Be
All right,
captain
Dresden,
while we're
Dresden,
away.
roll a persuasion check.
I mean, I'm not even. I'm just saying. I'm not
Just
trying
roll,
to
let me
persuade.
see. Let me see. I'm trying to see what he's feeling.
Captain Fitz.
That's a -1 charisma, so that'll be a 15.
A 15. Fitz takes your words to heart. Looks at you, Dresden, long and hard, in that messed up face of his.
Yeah.
All right. If you think this would be best, Dresden, I will hold down this boat to make sure Pup has a safe escape when you return.
All right.
Thank you, Trust.
If that's okay with you,
I
Kowais,
appreciate-
it's your ship.
You helping.
I like it.
Seems I have underestimated you, Trust. I should give you more credit. Catwise,
Okay.
Alright.
They're-
I swear
Very
on the
hungry right
honor
now.
of the Fitzwilliams, this
Anyway,
boat shall be intact and ready for your escape.
Good. Keep the boat moving. Keep it afloat. Don't go more than a mile from this location.
mile?
Radius.
Well, Miles not really gonna do it, but
Couple miles, few miles.
I mean,
Stay nearby.
The horizon is like 10 miles away. That's
Okay.
the point. You know what I mean?
Well, then how are
we
we
shall
gonna know?
stay close.
He's gonna
Look,
have to come back
we will
and check the
circle
shore
back.
at a
We will circle
predetermined
back
time.
each evening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Riz, you can throw
Um,
up sparks or something, right? Into the sky?
Yeah, of course.
How
Yes.
high?
Let's see it. I think 60 feet. 60 feet.
That should work.
All right,
Okay.
So- Red
Uh,
sparks, blue sparks, white sparks, what sparks? Can you do colors?
They won't glow, but I can do an image. So I can do an image of sparks.
So you can't do
if it-
sparks.
If it's before nighttime, they'll be able to see it. If it's like still daytime, they'll be able to see it in the sky.
Yeah. Can any of you put up sparks?
I can do. I don't think what I can do will be very helpful.
I can shoot my boomstick.
It's loud at least.
Anything I can do is only 30 feet, so it's not really very helpful for faraway stuff.
Loud noises.
Or if it went up,
Yeah, 30 feet up. It can be seen afar, far
Yeah.
away. What can you make?
Well, dancing lights, right?
yeah, I've got dancing lights on.
How bright are those?
They're pretty small though.
The little lights, the torch sized.
Nah,
I've
it's
got
not
4 of
really-
them.
All right, here's the
And I
deal.
can
If
put
it's
the
night,
4 into 1, which is they're 10. Wait, whoa. Whichever form you choose, each light sheds a dim light in 10-foot radius. And I can put the 4 of them into one big one.
And
That's all I can do.
they're not extremely bright. I don't think so.
together, would they be
here's the
bright?
thing.
In the middle of the night, though, would they be bright enough? DM, maybe? God? Papa,
It's
can you-
like a lantern. It's like a lantern or a torchlight. It's like
yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
Hmm.
the biggest it could get is like my size, maybe a little bigger.
Okay.
That puts them all together.
I think what we'll try that if we have to. If it's still
not
daytime, I can
subtle.
make a properly big image in the sky during daytime. If it's nighttime, we'll have to just either try that or just wait it out until morning.
Well, it might be
Rizzy,
safer to try
Rizzy,
and.
could you not shoot a bolt of flame out of your hand?
Yeah, but it's like the size of like a little fire. I don't know if that would be bright enough for them to see from miles and miles away.
Well,
Can you put
Yeah,
a
It doesn't have to be
giant
miles away.
skull in the sky with a snake coming out of its mouth? Is that
Very
an image you
sacred.
could put in the sky?
Easy,
could-
Satan.
The coast itself is only a mile, maybe less than that. We're not very far from the coast, I'm sure.
Could you maybe
Bark really
could
loud.
you put a huge barking dog in the sky?
Yeah.
I could give it a try.
I've been hearing a large barking dog for the last 2 hours. I thought it was my imagination.
Rezik, could you perform this flare of sorts for us, just to test it out?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I could put it. I'll say Incento and throw up a Firebolt up into the sky. 120 feet is as high as it can go.
Yeah, and at 120
gotta be
feet,
plenty.
it streaks across the night sky, and it's
Okay.
plenty bright enough as a signal, especially if a ship was looking for it at night.
Yeah,
You feel
okay.
pretty
Yeah.
confident that that would be enough.
Great. All right, so there you go. Cool.
All right. So what? 2 evenings from now,
Well, we
and
will
then check
return
back every other evening.
every other evening. Sounds about right.
What do you
Every
guys think?
other or every evening? Because
Well,
what
if
if
he comes back every evening? That's a little more predictable. Is the only thing. I don't know.
Okay. I'm only
I don't know,
thinking
what do you
about what
think?
if our plan ends up being time relevant, time intensive,
Sure,
right?
we still have to hike 10 miles back though.
Yeah. And then row a dinghy out to a boat in the water.
Actually, I think the dinghy should stay with them.
How are we going to get on shore?
They'll row out to us,
Oh,
right? If someone comes across a dinghy, puts a hole in it, or steals it, we have no way to get out there.
True. Yeah.
We've got nowhere to go unless they're there, so they have the dinghy and they come in after we do the signal,
Right.
right?
All right.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
it's a pretty good plan.
Mm.
I'm worried about the every other evening, but
We can make it
It'll be
every
fine.
evening. It'll just put him in the traffic lanes more often, right?
yeah. Let's start with every other evening, and if we need to reassess, we'll do that when the time comes. How are we going to know? Are they going to row out
We'd-
every time anyway?
No, they're only going to row to the shore if we put
When
up
we
the
give
signal.
the signal.
Right. Otherwise, they'll hang around for,
We should have a
So-
"we're okay" communication too, just in case, or like a "don't come to shore, it's dangerous."
Well, I mean, they shouldn't come to shore unless they see the signal, right?
What if we
Yeah.
find a way to capture pup in the daytime? Do we have a day signal or just hang out till it's evening so they can see the...
Well,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
because during
The
the
ship
day
will be
they'd see
out.
us.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't you taking the dinghy
It just
in,
might be a
though?
quick... Yeah.
They're gonna row
Yeah.
us to shore in the dinghy, and then they're gonna take the dinghy back,
Bring you back.
and then
Why
we're
don't
gonna
you
walk.
row yourself? Why don't we row it and then hide it on land, like hide it in a forest or something?
Well, because it doesn't really do us any good, and there's a
It
chance
can get us
hurt.
back. What?
Quicker, yeah, I'm
It
just
can
worried
only
about
get us
hanging-
back if they come to us.
Mm-mm.
You ever rowed a
If-
boat more than a mile in the ocean?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's not a lake.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
mean,
a
it
lake.
would probably be safest, just because there is a lot of travel. This is a pretty commercial area, and it's well traveled. To take the dinghy out, drop you guys off. They'll take the dinghy back, and then they'll sail the boat out, into the ocean. They'll sail around a bit, and then every other night they'll bring the boat back in, look for a signal. If there's no signal, they just take the boat back out for a couple of days. And if they do see the signal, then they jump in the rowboat, go and pick you guys up.
And how long are they going to hang out? How long will they hang out for the night?
A
A couple of hours? Right when sunset
they'll
goes down?
they'll probably try
the
and get
whole
in
evening.
around sunset or a little after, and then stay until first light, and then take off.
Right. I mean, again, like I always say, Dresden here is the strategist. I think we should kind of rely on him for this. I think it's a good plan.
Agreed.
But is he a naval strategist?
Most of what we're gonna do is on land.
Well, it seems like most of what we.
strategist, huh?
Shut up, slug!
Okay.
And I growl at him again.
All right. Well, either way, Fitz, I am very proud of you, and I'm glad we found a captain for this B team.
A
Good
captain?
luck. I'm gonna, or yeah. Why not? You're the captain of the B team.
Captain Fitz. I must
Yes.
get a hat. Otherwise, I have been admiring
must.
yours. It's quite nice. So, I shall get one of my own next time I go to shore, of course.
I thought about it, but no, it's staying. It is nice.
He really
if
thought
I-
about it.
It is nice.
If I
isn't
see one
it?
on land, I'll grab it for you, mate. All right. Good job. And I'm gonna go ahead and give him a nice.
Pick
handshake.
something.
Proud of you.
Pick something
All right.
worthy of someone of my stature, of course, Rezik.
Of course.
Of
That is
course.
their stature.
But
He means a really, really big feather.
Yes.
not a big feather. Does not need to be ostentatious, but maybe just a few gold highlights would be sufficient.
Yeah.
Get some
You got
scrambled
style.
eggs.
I'll do my best.
Well,
All right.
I'm sure your best will be adequate.
Thank you.
Are you
I don't know if
regretting
that's a
this yet,
compliment.
guys?
Let's get going.
All right, let's do it.
No, we can.
Okay.
Everyone to the dinghy.
Ander and Erikarati begrudgingly jump in the ship to row the dinghy back. As the five of you row onto the shore, these big, huge, like lush green fields. The grass here is a deep, deep green, and it's very, very long. And there's hills that they're not huge hills. They're not like the Thundering Hills you saw with those huge mounds, but they do move in a pretty vast manner. They give you just a scope. The scope of them is very large. Despite being on the ocean, this land feels just as endless as you kind of peer to the horizon. The town to your east lit up brightly. The sun just peeking over the horizon of dawn as you see Anders and Erikarati start to row that dinghy back to the YTT, and the ship slowly turns and heads off in a western trajectory away from Bodwig Bay. And you have about a half day's trek into the city ahead of you.
What time is it?
It's just dawn.
Okay. All right, 2 days.
Let's get a move
Let's
on.
get going.
Yeah. Oof, this is nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So you guys, the
Feeling
sun
pumped.
comes up. And
Oh,
you
and
guys.
before we start traveling, I'm gonna. Oh no, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Cool. We're good.
I'm just gonna take a mental note of like where we landed, just to remember where we came back to. Just real quick.
Please.
A quick little look around.
Yeah, you take a quick little look around.
Guys, where did we park the car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's my car?
You find out you guys landed. You find this
your car, dude?
huge oak tree that was close to the shore, and it's pretty unmistakable along this coastline, and that's why you guys kind of chose that giant area for landing. So you're pretty sure that unless there's other like humongous oaks, this marks a good spot.
I'm gonna just tie my armor to my pack, just nice and tight, and so it doesn't jangle. But I'm not
Yeah.
wearing it to hike 10 miles. That's crazy talk.
Okay, yeah, you
Yeah.
put your armor away in its nice little velvet bags that had come in those in that big crate full of beautiful armor and such.
Velvet bags, you say?
Velvet
Ho, ho,
bags,
dear reader.
yeah. It
Wow.
was primo merchandise. Cornelia eyeing the bags themselves, the armor,
course.
everything as you take it off, knowing full well that it's worth way more than just about anything other than the ship. And you guys spend about a half a day, well past noon, trudging up this coastline. And you have to head inland a little bit. The coast is a little bit marshy and muddy. But up the coast, up the hills a little bit. It dries out, and you guys head around, and you guys finally start to hit huge farms. There's just large farm plots as far as the eye can see in all directions, and there's somewhat of a main road. It's dirt. It gets more and more apparent the farther down you go. With each farm you pass, the road becomes just a little bit more worn or defined. And you guys head all the way out, and you finally, this road takes a sharp turn to the south. You guys heading east inland. You head south, and you see these huge walls. These walls are maybe 35 feet tall, huge, with ramparts on top, and you see guards on top of these little towers every couple hundred feet, lining this thing, and then a large stack of well-uniformed, what look like guards at this gate, this large gate at the north end of the city. And people are coming in and out, and the guards kind of stop everyone who comes in, mostly the people with carts, and there's a little bit of a transaction. It might be taxes, it might be just an entrance fee, you can't really tell.
Do we recognize the uniforms of the guards? As in, like, they're not Ashen Riders, right?
They're not Ashen Riders. No.
Right. Disguises up, everybody. They might have told them to look out for the likes of us.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Well, I mean, we're not all going in, right?
No.
Who's going in?
The people who
Razor?
can disguise themselves, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe check it out. Disguise yourself and check it out. We'll wait.
And something passes you guys. You hear this, and this large, boar-like draft animal. It's this massive, very well muscled, with this huge, almost lion mane, and a big old, like, almost cottontail, big ball tail sticking on the back of it. Walks by you and has these
Like a
huge
bunny?
tusks, but the tusks have been filed down, and this thing just kind of walks by you, pulling a cart full of grain as it passes by you. And you've never
Right.
seen something like this before, but the more you look around, you start to see, every once in a while, you see one or two of them mixed in with mules, horses, and
Is anyone
oxes.
driving it, or is it
Yes.
driving
yes.
itself?
No, it's being driven.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's
And
get off
I
this.
Well, I
assume-
wanted to disguise ourselves
Well-
before we were near anyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I assume we'd probably be like looking at all this from like deep into the bushes or the trees. Not
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for the most part, it looks like there's just farmers and such moving. Doesn't look like
Still,
anybody. Well, anyone with any stature other than, like, these people here that they're using this gate, at least the few people are clearly of a farming working class.
What's the terrain like around here?
The terrain is the road is fairly well maintained. It seems like they do a good job of just keeping the roads
I was
nice.
thinking more of to the
And-
left and the right of the road.
Oh, to the left and the right of the road, it's again those just high grass, the very, very deep green high grass.
How high?
Maybe a foot and a
Talking
half.
Shin. Okay. Not like 5-10 feet.
No.
something like that.
No.
Okay.
Maybe knee
Can
high
we-
Alright.
or higher, a little bit higher.
Can we tell what they're growing at any of the farms from this distance, or is that
Is it
obvious?
there's a ton of crops. There's all kinds of different root vegetables. Some have fruit orchards. There's a whole myriad of stuff here.
No, like cornfields.
Yeah, there are a few very tall. If you're looking for like tall crops,
Tall.
like a cornfield, yeah, there's plenty of those. Some look like sugar cane almost.
That'll be a good place to wait.
Yeah.
Any oat wheat?
No, just looks like there's regular wheat, not oat wheat, which you know
Mhm.
is a much
Mhm.
easier to grow, but it's not nearly as good.
All right.
Hmm.
Well, get in there, guys.
Well, I'll go hide in the cornfield.
Take a look around and yeah.
Well,
What is it? Just the two
Before,
of us in
before
there?
we,
Cornelia,
before
you
we
going
head
in?
in, before we head in, we shall probably have a little bit of a backstory if anybody starts questioning us, right?
Yeah, at least have a good name, good alibi. Where are we from? Why are we here? Yeah, backstory.
I'm not sure I can disguise myself. And I'm just going to try, but all I can do is put up my hair, basically. Put a hood up. Put a hood
Alright,
on.
so you're not going in. Good talk. Alright, you two, make up a backstory. What are you? Friends? Lovers? Haters? Daters? What do you got?
Co-workers. I will take on Rezik's fine way of speaking so as to disguise my very voice. And I shall be called Stephopolis. And I am still a bard? Best lies always have a little bit of truth, right?
Yeah.
We came from Odgarad. I don't know anywhere else besides that and Capital City, for I am uneducated.
So you walked from Odgarad.
No. What are we? Would you give me a story if you're going to be like this? We are wasting precious time.
Oh God.
Maybe we just say we're from a farming community around here. I don't know. We'll just say we're travelers. We're adventurers. We're on the road. We came from Adgarad and we've been journeying all over the coast, right?
That's suspicious as hell. When you're on your way in, stop and talk to a farmer. Talk to him about the local area and find out what's around here. Is there a town nearby? Are there a couple other towns? Something further inland?
I mean, we could, but we'll be
north or south?
questioning on a bunch of stuff about the town. Probably, I'm not gonna know enough. Could we just be travelers? I mean, just be like people travel all over the place, right? They're adventurers.
Well, if
out there.
if I am still a bard,
adventurers.
then can't we be traveling entertainers? Do those not exist in our world?
Sure. Where were you
a fair
just
point.
now? Where'd you come from?
Where did you come from?
Well, my mother said that you're full of shit. That's what I'm talking about. Find the nearest town, and then you can be travelers who were just there, right?
But what if someone says, "Oh, I'm from there and I don't know you"?
Well,
Why don't you just be honest and say
makes more sense.
you came
if
from
you're just-
Seashell Viday?
Because no one goes there or comes from there. That is highly suspicious.
Do you
It's
have
also
amnesia?
exactly where we don't want them to think we're coming from.
Okay,
Right.
well, in your version of this, Dresden, let's go over to a town, I guess, then, and pretend to be performers for a night, and then we will actually have a backstory.
No.
Just go
no.
ask a few people's names, where they're from, and use their story.
Oh yeah,
I am
still
not
their
doing that,
identity.
because, like Trust said, if we say that, they're going to be like, I've never seen you before, and I was just there. So I am not doing that. Sorry, it's a terrible plan. If we're going to do it, we need to do it right and go over there and perform for a night, stay there, and then come over here and be like, "Here's the thing over there."
Here's the thing.
Can we
Pause.
not say
Everyone just pause for 1 second.
No. Can we not just say we're from Capital City? Would that be suspicious?
It's not suspicious, but did you fucking jump from Capital City? Where were you last night? That's what they're going to ask you. Where are you coming from?
I will
And here's
say,
the thing, Rez. You can't say that you'll go to the next town over because you don't fucking know if there's a next town over. That's why you have to talk to a fucking local. All right? So go talk to a local, find out what's out there, and if you want to go, we can march on over. But until you know,
Is there
we don't
anyone
know
near
anything.
us? Is there anyone like on the
Yeah,
roads
there's a
ahead of
few-
us?
There's a few people on the roads, and you do notice that out in the farms, there are people working the farms.
You're a farm worker.
Et voila.
Okay, Rezik, let us go to those farm workers and
Wait.
ask them what this town is like, because we've had poor experiences in some towns and wish to know if it is a friendly town or not and see what they can tell us.
And
That's not what we
Frost, let's go do that. Let's go do exactly that right now. Let's go.
before you do
Rezik,
that,
are you able to disguise other people? Because I hate Rezik I hate Dresden right now and would like him to do this, because clearly, unless he does it, it will not be done right.
I agree
you
with
have to
you.
do
We cannot do
is
anything
to
right
ask-
possibly ever.
Ask about the outside towns, not Caravella Town. Ask about the next nearest town, and that's just where
All
you
right,
said you came
trust,
from.
Trust, let's just go over there. Come on.
Oh,
I'm going to be... so you're Steffi. I'm going to be Eddie Bauer, and we are going to go talk to a farmer and ask what the kind of the layout of this area is. Let's go. So I transform. I use alter self and turn into a dirty blonde-haired, brown-eyed young man with kind of light tan skin, and I'm wearing common clothes now because I changed out of my regular wizard's robes.
Okay. And trust?
I will turn into a halfling because I can't get that much taller. I will turn into a halfling. I'll make myself look like I could be Cowwise's sister or something.
Oh,
so I'll model my features off of Cowwise, but in a female form.
So like very young though, right? So you're more of like a young human girl than a halfling?
Well, I was going to be a bard. I wouldn't think a young human girl would be.
My sister. Sure.
Okay, I'll be your sister. Yes, I'll be
So
that guy's sister.
You'd be like a halfling, I guess. A quarter, three-quarterling? If you were his sister?
Well, she'll just be. How about you're just a young human female. You're just like 13 years old.
Sure.
We're traveling together and we're trying to perform for people.
Yes, I'll be Rezik's disguise's sister.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
So you guys disguise up. Cornelia, Kelwise, Dresden. You look them over, and they indeed look pretty different.
They look great.
Passable.
Yeah.
Yep. Changing clothes was a good idea. The robes were a little much.
And so you guys walk out of the sugarcane, right as someone kind of walks by, looks at you, keeps walking, like, oh, none of my business. What you're doing in there?
Children of the corn.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you guys? Are you guys going to a farmer, or are you guys heading to like someone just like a man with a cart on the road with one of those giant pack animals?
I would say well, but either might be bothered by us, I guess. Go to a farmer, because then we will be least likely to run back into them inside. What do you think, Dresden? Oh my god!
Oh, you're back.
Murder anyone.
No. You guys already left. You left.
Oh, we already left.
You left the stocks. You're on your own now.
Let's go to the farmer and see if we can. I don't know. Diana's very upset right now. I need to turn on my air. It's actually really hot in here. I'm sweaty.
Day has to make one decision.
This is when we need the
it all
day
falls
cam.
Yeah.
The day cam.
Day cam. We need the Rezik, what are you doing? You singularly have the power to help Day right now. You are the only one that can help Day.
Yeah, we're gonna walk away a little bit, and I see that Trust is like extremely like just like not doing super good, and I'm gonna like crouch down and be like, listen, I know he can be judgmental. I know this is tough right now.
Well, I just say we just got in a really big fight, and I really disappointed him last time, and he's being so scary again, and I don't want to mess it all up again.
I know, dear, but we gotta right now we have to save Pup. So pull together. You're a talented bard. You're a talented bard. Let's put on a show, right?
Wait, am I a bard or am I your sister, child?
You are going to be my sister, Steffi. Stephopolis? Steffi. Let's just do Steffi. All right.
Steffi. All right.
It's gonna be okay, dude. I'm gonna like wipe away a few tears. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. All right. Okay, and I'm going to approach the first farmer we see. Hello there. How's it going?
Oh yeah, there's no work for you. No, moving on.
We're not looking for work, sir. We are entertainers, and we're trying to find the nearest town to provide entertainment.
Caravella Town's literally right there. You see it? The big old walls.
Oh no, we just we saw that, but
Is
people there
it a friendly? Is it a friendly place?
Caravella Town?
Yes.
Friendly enough, I suppose.
Or
Don't spend much time up there.
where do
Right,
you spend
right.
a lot of time?
Here in my fields. Nobody else got to work 'em.
Great.
Is there a name for this part of the land?
Well, this is the outer fields.
The
This is
outer
all part
fields.
of Caravella Town.
Oh, see, I thought it might be like a different town, but more quaint than Caravella Town, with a different name.
Are you looking for another town?
Well,
I was
yes,
trying
we
to
like
look
to
at-
know about all the towns nearby.
Well,
Exactly.
about 10 miles up north, I guess. Here you go, top bottom.
Top bottom.
Yeah, top bottom. And
Top bottom.
keep on going up.
Good
Keep on going
name.
past that. Keep going past that. And then you hit Flogus.
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 Yeah, Flogus.
Flogus.
Yeah, they're a
That's
bunch
a
of
strong name.
There are a bunch of weirdos out there. Wouldn't go near there. No good.
Weird how?
Yeah,
Like
well,
they eat
you
their
know.
young, or
Yeah,
like they.
probably. And flogging, you never know.
All right.
You go jogging to
Too many-
flogging, you're asking for it, you know?
Do many people from there come to Caravella Town?
Caravella Town? Yeah, well, you know, we got farmers. You gotta sell your crop somewhere.
No, but the
Making a living?
Flogans. Do Flogans ever come down to Caravella Town?
Yeah, sell their crops.
Oh. What kind of crops do they sell? I see you have such nice crops here, but they're not as good as your crops.
Yeah, no one's as good as my crops. no. You see, so you have
Very
a very,
beautiful crops.
very discerning
Oh,
eye.
very
young miss.
beautiful crops.
Very discerning for
Indeed.
someone so young. Very intelligent.
Well, we've come through a lot of farms and none have seemed as nice as yours.
Well, you know, we premier farmers, we keep close to the city. We've earned a spot here, being as good at what we do as we are.
Oh, so then does that mean
Yeah. And he goes and he just takes this sickle and cuts off a head of this cabbage, and it looks nice.
Try this, best cabbage you've ever had.
Oh, it's a beautiful cabbage. You want me
and
to try it
large, too.
right now?
No, right now, you go cook it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know.
No, rabbit.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to watch me enjoy it. It looks so lovely.
It looks delicious. Oh,
And
we'll
he
save
kind
it for
of
later.
fawns it over.
Nah. Don't think my wife would like that.
So, so you're saying that the Flogans do also grow the same crops, like cabbages and wheat, or is it different?
Yeah, well, they grow all kinds of stuff up there. Little herbs come up there. Dark types, I don't like them, you know? The daydreamers. No. Bunch of weird voodoo art stuff coming out from them.
Oh, so they dabble in the arcane arts, you're saying?
Well,
Interesting.
dark arts.
Oh, so like they can make it dark out. Is that what you're saying?
Wow.
Dark art?
Really?
No, control no sun. That poppycock.
Oh,
It's just a cold evil, you know. I mean, who knows? It's them, the sun dreamers. You've seen those, the pamphlets? Say they're all out there. We'll go stop them. Cold trying to take over Caravella Town.
I'm surprised that they're allowed to sell things in Caravella Town if they're a cult.
No, well, you know, flogging is okay, but just people out there, you know, mixed in the outer towns. Lord dark arts going around, you know.
I'm sure.
Understood.
I'm sure.
Understood.
If anyone talking about sun dreamers, you turn them into the ladies' man, you know.
Oh, no, not that. Well, we will stay far away from there. Thank you so much for your warnings. Because of you, you may have saved our lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you indeed.
Save your life. Maybe. Yeah, probably.
You, sir, are a true hero. You have a good day, sir.
Yeah, well, you
Good
have
day,
a good
sir.
day. good seeing you. Hey, enjoy that cabbage.
Oh, we will,
But
sir.
don't
Thank
cook
you.
it too much. Don't cook it too
Nope.
much. You know, soggy and chewy.
Nope. Nope.
Unless you don't got no teeth like me, then I like it like soggy.
That is understandable, but we will cook it perfectly so we can enjoy the fruits of your labor.
All right. Well. Got lots of work. It was nice meeting you.
So
Right.
nice to meet you too.
Yep.
Leave it to it. And we'll turn
And I
around and go back
skip
to everybody
away.
else.
Okay.
Hey, watch the cabbage.
Good
Oh,
job! That was
oh.
amazing! That was so good! Holy, we got so much information out of that! Wow!
All
Oh
right.
my goodness.
All right. So should we say that we tried to come down through, narrowly escaping the cultists out of Largan, and
Florgan, I think it was.
Florgan?
Yes, Florgan.
we came down through there and narrowly escaped the cultists, and are here in Caravella Town to seek work as
Yes.
entertainment.
Yes, that's it sounds like a good idea to me. We should do that for sure. All right, well that was great. Good job, Trust. Let's go tell everybody else.
Hold on. Oh, I thought we were going into the city. Are we going back to them?
Oh, we have to get Cornelia, I think, right? Is she still coming?
I thought she needed to disguise herself. She couldn't,
Oh,
so
right.
she can't come.
All right. Okay. All right. Then yeah.
I don't know. I can feel Dresden asking us not to come anywhere near him.
Right. Well, I know that Dresden. Okay, listen. Dresden is a great tactician. He doesn't know everything. He's not a god. So I think that we should just do what everything is best. All right. Don't question yourself so much. Let's just go back really quick. I'm just going to pass this information to them, just so they're able to know a few things about the area, right? So up to date on
Sure,
what's
in
going
case
on.
someone
And-
comes across them, so they can lie as well. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm just going to pat Trust on the back. It's all right, dear. Let's go back. All right. Hey, everybody. All right.
The
So,
hell are you doing here?
shut up. All right. Listen, we got some details.
Oh,
I'm going to
God.
pass along the details, and then I'm going to say, all right. So here the details, just so you guys know them. There's a place called Top Bottom, which is about 10 miles north of here. There's a place called Florgan that apparently has weird voodoo stuff happening, but they also make they grow a lot of herbs and stuff and sell them here. And I think that was further up north, past Top Bottom.
Okay.
I forget how long, but yeah.
And you're saying that you came down that way?
Yeah, we're gonna say that we passed through those areas, and we are now here to try to find some work as entertainers.
You made a brief
that's-
mention of something called Sun Dreamers. What was that?
Sun Dreamers. Yes, I couldn't make out the man's very thick accent. He said that there were something called Sun Dreamers in Florgan, I guess. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but I guess they're kind of the voodoo, kind of weird dark arts stuff going on. I'm not sure. Did he call us Sun Dreamers or them Sun Dreamers? I forget. Not sure. Okay, I don't
I
know.
don't
In
think
any
he was
event-
calling us sun dreamers. He said something about cultists and voodoo and taking out the sun.
Yeah. It was this typical
Probably
kind
best
of
not to
local
mention that's
hogwash.
the guards, right?
Yeah, just stay away from all that. That sounds like a good idea. Okay.
All right.
Avoid the Sun Dreamers. Okay, got it.
Yeah, we'll say as little as possible going in. We don't want to give up anything if we don't have to. So just play close to the chest, all right? Okay, so and Cornelia, you are staying, right? Because I can always do some makeup on you if you want, but it's up to you.
You need
Okay,
me?
it's fine. No, I just wanted to make sure you're the sneaky one. I want to take away the sneaky part from you, but that's fine. That's fine. All right,
You
so
guys
we'll
are
head
just
in.
getting you guys are just checking everything out though, right? No.
Yeah, let's get the lay of the
Casual?
land. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should stay. And then yeah, I'll stay.
Okay. All right. Trust your guts. All right. So okay. Steffi, let's go.
Where's their guts? What?
Oh,
What?
oh no, I was just telling Cornelia here to trust her guts. She doesn't want to go. So let's hit it.
Okay.
They might recognize me, right? Can you hide my eye, my missing eye?
Yeah,
They know about that?
you kind of stand out, dear.
I don't know if they do know about that actually, but if you don't feel comfortable, you shouldn't come with us.
All right.
Yeah. I'll stay, I think.
It's time for another trusting Rezik mess around. Let's go.
Oh dear, that. Yes, okay, let's do that, but better. All right, let's go.
Good luck. We'll be
Thank
around
you.
here. Come and
You
report
guys
back.
Stay
pop
safe.
out of the tall crops, and another passerby gives you an eye,
Mind your own
shakes their
business.
head, and keeps walking.
We're not
Yeah.
like okay. I
As
don't
soon
think
as
we're
they're
like
gone,
literally like
we're
next to
moving.
the road. I think we're
Yeah,
like
we're not like in the road. I don't understand how
we're
we
like
keep
in a
getting.
bush next to the road. Just be like like we're like far into the woods and we go back and forth.
I mean, you don't know what they were thinking. You just saw something.
All right,
walking by.
fine, whatever. All right, so we go.
You walk up and huge. I mean, those walls are 35 feet tall with huge towers. As you start to walk up, the shadows of these walls kind of drape over you as you see maybe a half dozen people at the gates. And when you get close enough, you see there's 5 archers on each tower, bows strung and at ready, keeping guard. And then you look down on the pathway in front of you and you see another half dozen guards standing along the road, questioning the people who are moving, mostly people moving into the town, and they talk to a few of the people moving out of the town. And as you start to walk up, you see them, and these men and women in uniform are very well dressed. Their armor, they have this. Some of them have chainmail, which you know is a pretty expensive piece, and their tabards are clean and flowing. They just look like they're very well equipped, much better than the commission ever had offered you at Capital City. And these big, bright colored clothes, and they seem to stop everyone. And the two of you start walking up, and as you start to pass by the guards, well, we'll pick up next week from there.
Oh, jeez.
Not my best,
As you-
smoothest transition.
As you pass by them, they look at you and admire your clothes and say, "Hey, what's up? Come on in."
So,
The backup character is ready.
You look
so-
like you look like you belong here.
Yeah.
You guys party?
Yeah.
You guys party.
you like to
You
party?
guys like to party?
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate
You're welcome.
everyone for being here, and thank you, players.
You're welcome.
I'm just kidding. Okay, well, we are gonna go. Thank you so much for hanging out. Please take care of yourself and take care of each other, and we will see you next Tuesday, if not tomorrow, for the rerun. Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Good night.
Sweet dreams.
Bye.
Adios.
Adios.